I am your lovable, huggable radio chat host, Eric Von Haessler. The other voices you hear are the Doctrinaires. Man of 1,000 voices, Tim Andrews. Lady of 184.7 characters, Autumn Fisher, has the week off. We are going to end up with George Clark, the man behind the glass, but we start with the lady behind the glass, Colby Richardson. And of course, the handsomest producer in all of producery, Jared Yamamoto.
Man, based on that performance last night, Eric, I wasn't sure if you were going to be in studio today. I thought you were going to start all over again and get into stand-up comedy again.
Go out on the road?
Go back out on the road, exactly.
Be a road dog one more time?
Going down to Austin to hang out at the mothership.
That's right. Go in there and teach Tim Dillon and Joe Rogan a thing or two.
Yeah.
About doing stand-up comedy. No, I made it through without being humiliated, and to me, that was like, all right. I was terrified. We should explain to people that this was for the Carathon.
That's right.
Children's Healthcare of Atlanta, and that room was packed. There was like 200 people in there.
It was impressive. The
must have
punchline
raised-
was full.
I'll tell you this, I got to get over my nerves because the fact that they raised that much money on that event tells me I'm probably going to have to do it again next year. So, but this time I got 12 months to put something together. But it was Dave Baker.
He was the opener.
He was the opener. Well, Ken Charles, our program director, said hello to everybody.
That's right.
And Dave Baker was the opener, followed by Eric Von Haessler, and then Mark Arum, and then Jeff Foxworthy, who I believe is just starting out in the comedy.
Was it open mic night or
We decided to give him a
something?
little break or something. Let him.
Well, I mean, he was kind of in the small print on the
I
lettering
know,
there.
which was, I don't know whose idea that was. It was on the official poster, which was on, Punchline has 2 screens on either side of the stage.
Right.
And so the official poster was up there the whole time. And I don't know whose idea it was, but the WSB personalities' names were huge. And then very thinly at the bottom it said also featuring.
Yeah.
Also featuring, the legendary. Also, there's going to be a comedy legend here too. But don't
Don't focus on that.
It was very small.
Did you have a big piece of cake?
Did I have a big piece of cake?
Yeah, because they're right next to that Greek diner, and the
Oh, no.
desserts
Oh, yeah.
there are humongous.
Oh yeah, they're like within that diner. It's not even next to. Like
Right.
they're in the. No, I did not take advantage of any of the great pastries available, cakes, pies.
I feel like
and
for
such.
an event like that, it would be difficult to eat before doing stand-up, right?
Well, no, I don't think. Didn't Foxworthy mention that usually stand-ups don't eat before they go up because you get all logy.
It
and
makes
you don't want-
sense.
Yeah,
I figured
absolutely.
it'd be difficult.
So everybody did great. Everybody did. I mean, I'm going to say that Mark Arum did great, and Dave Baker did great. Obviously, Jeff Foxworthy did great. And I did not humiliate or embarrass myself. So to me, that's a total win.
Listen, I loved the open mic sway going back and
Why do you
forth.
say open mic sway? You see me do it every single day.
I know, but what I thought was so impressive is I've seen that at open mic nights before, and
Right.
seeing you do it in action, I'm like, okay, I got a glimpse into Eric Von Haessler's lifestyle in the 80s. I got a glimpse into that.
Yeah,
I think
look.
you were drunk enough where you just stood still.
Yeah, I wasn't. I really didn't know how to get comfortable on stage back then. So you probably wouldn't have seen that. What you would have seen at one point, because basically all I did talk about was what a terrible comedian I was when I was doing it. That was what, because I thought if I try to take an act up there, and we did, Stefan and I wrote some really good jokes. But here's the thing: being a stand-up comedian is like being an athlete. You need reps. You can't just one-off it. You can't. It's very difficult to kind of like. Sort of come up with an act and have these really great kind of long setups that have payoffs, and then maybe you call back later on, and all of these things inside of your head when you're writing them, you're envisioning executing them perfectly. And if you did execute them perfectly, they probably would come off and make people laugh. But problem is, it's like being an athlete. It's like being a quarterback. It's about reps. You have to do it over, work out the wrinkles and get it down. And so I think I made the smart choice of kind of throwing away a lot of great lines that we came up with, and just decided to kind of do it the way that we do the show, which is just show up and talk to people.
Yeah, you were storytelling.
But at one point, I thought of it more like that moth stuff. You know, the Moth stuff was just storytelling that's kind of humorous.
Oh, yeah,
It was
yeah,
really
yeah.
big about 15
Absolutely.
years ago or
Yes.
something, 10 or 15 years ago. And I thought of it more like that. I'll just
You mean like
basically...
Norm's joke about the moth?
No, not that.
Oh, okay.
A lot of people ask that one. It's called Moth. I don't know why, but it was a thing that was very popular for a while, kind of stand-up adjacent, where people who weren't professionals at it but had interesting life stories to tell, and usually with some humor, not always. And I did a few of those, and I was successful because my life has been chaotic. So all I have to do is just like pick one little chapter and bring it up there. And that's basically what I decided to go with, that kind of thing. But what you saw me doing, moving around, is who I am now. At one point, I tried to demonstrate what I was like in the 80s when I stood
Oh,
at
I
the
love
very
that.
edge of the stage, totally stiffly,
Craning over the audience.
over the audience.
That was awesome.
With a face full of zits, admonishing them for voting for Ronald Reagan. And then I couldn't figure out, why doesn't the audience love me? So it was that kind of feel, and I felt good about it.
You were also validated by Jeff Foxworthy, which was great.
My story at the end, which I've told many times, but I've never known if the second part of the story was true. And I've said it before, but I've stated the story before, but it's that I came to Atlanta to do comedy in the early 90s. I can't remember if it was 91 or 92, somewhere in there. And it was a place in Marietta called a Comic Cafe. And I was the MC for the entire week. And back then, I was very angry at the world and all this kind of stuff, and I couldn't quite figure out. I just didn't have the voice. I knew what I wanted. I knew the effect that I wanted to have on an audience, but I just didn't have enough real-world experience. I didn't have a voice at all, and that would lead to anger. And I would end up, sort of being very petulant, like, why don't these audience understand what a genius looks like? That was my feeling. Oh, they just don't get it, kind of thing. So at the end of the week in the green room, there's a tradition in green rooms in comedy clubs where you write a little something on the wall, you sign your name, and I wrote something like, I was terrible, they were terrible, blah, 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 blah. Just total negativity, from, I think I was about 26 or 27 at the time. And so that part of the story I had always known was true, and I'd always told the whole story as if it definitely was true, but the truth is, I didn't know. The second part of the story is, a friend of mine who's a working comedian a few months later told me that he got booked at that comedy club, and that underneath what I had written some months before, Jeff Foxworthy had written, "Hey man, maybe you should do something else for a living." So
Have you ever discussed that with him before?
I think I mentioned it once when we were both at like a local awards ceremony, but I don't even know that he'd heard it. And so the whole thing for the night was, I don't know if the second part is true, but it doesn't matter really, because it was still the best advice I ever got. Because when I was told that, I thought to myself, yeah, you know what? Maybe I should lean into this radio thing. Maybe that's a better lane for me. So whether it was really Jeff Foxworthy or somebody told me something that wasn't true, it was still advice that I took, and it helped me. And as soon as I got off stage, he said, "That's true. I did that."
Yeah, it was great. It was great. Literally in the middle of his act, he brought it up too. So it was great.
So, which is great because he gave me some of the best advice I ever had.
And look at you now.
Well, look at the idea that it all comes together in this comedy club where everybody's happy. But it was good. It was great just having, being able to share a little bit of time with Jeff Foxworthy. We'd been in the same room a few times and hi, how you doing kind of thing, but we never really sit around. Not that we had a deep conversation. We didn't, but...
You weren't working on material together?
No, we were not doing that.
Let's do a sitcom.
But it's always good to sit with comedians, and I kind of miss that because the green room is usually just people telling stories, about what's happened in the past and funny stories about what went wrong on the road. And that was sort of a cool thing, and to be in there with him it was a delightful evening. And thanks again to everybody who paid. It raised, what did it raise? Like $20,000.
That's correct. Over $20,000.
That's why I know I better start working on next year's act now. Because if that raised $20,000, my guess is it's going to be back again. I don't know that for a fact, but it was a great night. It really was a great night. And, I got through I don't even know how long I was up there. I was supposed to do like 8 minutes. And I walked off without feeling like I was the biggest loser in the world. And to me, that made me a winner. So very, very good. And Dave Baker was great. Mark Arum was great. was just a great night.
A lot of people have been asking if it was filmed or not. I know at the beginning of all the sets, the Punchline asked not to film, so I don't have a video copy of your set. Did anybody else grab it?
I don't know. Why did they ask it? Did they do an official? Do they have a videographer or videographer?
They had
Not
a
videographer. That would
You
be
have to
2 O's
set up
and-
a camera in the back because I've seen comedians do that.
Yeah.
They
I
de-
thought I saw a camera.
They definitely had one.
I'm hoping that there's no evidence of it because here's the thing: when I just did it, and I got the audience did not abandon me, and I felt like that's great. But if I ever see it, all I'll see is everything wrong. So I don't know. Maybe if there's one out there, there's one out there, but I'll never look at
Okay.
it.
And
Because I'm walking away with good feelings.
I know
and I don't want to do anything to like mess with those good feelings.
People have been DMing me on my Instagram, and they've been like, "Hey, did you get a video?" And I keep saying, "No, I don't. I got pictures because I want to be respectful to the Punchline's rules."
Yes, you should be respectful to all comedy club rules.
Yes,
for heaven's
yes.
sakes, can we have some protocols
Exactly.
that
You can
we
take-
adhere to in this country?
You can take pictures, but no videoing.
Right. Yeah.
Correct.
Which is fine because I think that's probably just protecting comedians, right? Some of them have their own brands and they don't want to be put on YouTube in crappy, jumpy video, right? Which will usually that kind of amateur video doesn't.
see myself on Reels.
I think it was Dave Baker who drew the red line. Said, "I ain't going up there."
No way. If you don't do something about that, I'm not
Dave
gonna-
Baker had the whole crowd like he had like people
high-low
doing his
thing.
commands and
Yes.
everything. I'm like, good
No.
job, Dave.
No, he did a great job. It was a great evening. And now here we are for our Friday show. Big Friday show.
Did you prep today?
I did prep. You saw that I sent some prep out.
I saw you send some
I
out.
don't lie to the audience. Yesterday was I was thinking about maybe making it weekly. You know how what was Rush's Friday thing? He had no
Open line Friday.
line.
Yeah, I think no prep Fridays is good. Like Eric, you know for a fact you're going to get a host who's just showing up on Friday because it's the easier at the end of the week, right? There's like 800 stories that we haven't
There's
done
so much.
that are in there, and then you just kind of cherry pick 2 or 3. You know what's Trump doing that's ridiculous today? Stories.
a lot.
Yeah, I know. That's why
Look, I don't stop giving.
it's hard to keep up with him. I mean, Trump wants something that I am not going to give him, which is this show talks about what he's doing every single day because there's 17 things a day. And 16 and a half of them, I don't give a damn. Even the big ones. You know, James Comey, but I'm getting to the point. Hey, it's like, hey, why are they getting all the generals together? Well, have you noticed that they're trying to pick a fight with Venezuela? My guess would be that Pete Hegseth is going to get them together and he's going to talk to them the way Trump talks to his attorneys. We want a war. Get out there and give us a war. That's all there is to it. We've been trying to coax Venezuela into a war for the last few months. They haven't bit. They're not doing anything to give us a reason to go in.
And we keep
May I
putting that-
offer an alternative theory?
Yes.
I got to find all the ones who are disloyal. And what a great
wow.
way to do it than to get everybody together.
What if it's like a Saddam Hussein? Remember that big thing about
Oh,
when that video of Saddam Hussein?
yeah,
He's got that
yes.
gun and he just starts pointing out people in the crowd. And they're like, oh no. And like one by one, they're taken outside.
that one outta
and
here.
then not ever seen again.
Yes.
Well,
We
that's-
joke about that
that's
like it's
where
not
we're-
even a possibility.
That's where we're headed. We need loyalty.
Listen, if you don't talk,
We're headed straight to hell. That's why the Von Hessler doctrine is going to have fun along. When you know you're headed toward hell and there's nothing you can do about it, pop a gummy, put on your favorite album, and have some fun.
You're gonna-
Because you ain't got much time left.
you're going to make the president upset, though, if you don't talk about him all the time. He's
I
going to
know.
get very upset with you. You
Well,
become
he
disloyal.
is really kind of negative about me most of the time. So I'm fine if he's not. You know, it's okay. We may have to investigate you, but I don't
I'm
know.
sure I am being investigated. I mean, I'm not a big enough. Right now, I'm a teeny enough thing that I don't cause trouble enough to be investigated. But if people start picking me up and I go viral,
It
Man,
wouldn't
who knows?
be out of revenge that he investigates you. It'd be justice.
it's just justice. No, it's not revenge at all. It just has to be done. It just turns out that all the bad people are the people that don't like Trump. Hey, he can't
that's
help
obvious.
that. He can't help that, right? He's
look,
just trying to get justice.
you might go viral if you were on X because that's where politics is discussed.
That's why I'm not on X.
Yeah.
And that's why I let down a great deal of radio listeners on a daily basis. How come you're not talking about that thing that everybody else is talking about that's engineered so that you have to be talking
Yeah,
about?
but what side are you on, Eric?
Oh, that's important. 50% of the country is against it, and 50% of the country is for it. Now, where do you stand? I stand in the land of boredom, and I don't care. You guys just fight it out. I'll just kiss the ass of whoever wins. How about that? Whoever won't put me in jail a year from now because of something I've said on the air, I'll kiss their ass. Because that's the country that we're in.
You might want to think about that.
Yeah. It reminds me like,
still around.
are you?
I'm gonna come back next time.
If you think about it, like, remember how I'm always talking about how social media is killing the world? And people think it's hyperbole, but it's not. I'm just seeing stuff that they're not seeing and putting things together. And I noticed it again. So I saw that in the White House somewhere, it's not the official portraits, but there's a hall that has like photo portraits of the presidents, at least as far back as I guess Lincoln, when you could have that.
It has every president.
Yeah, well, I mean, not the ones that didn't have photography.
Sure.
Jefferson selfies,
Yes.
where he had to paint them himself.
So I imagine those are smaller paintings or something. I don't know, but there's a whole, and because this president was the 45th and the 47th with Biden in between, so there's a photo of Trump from like 2016, and then on the other side of Biden's there's a photo of Trump 47 as he is now, and then in the middle where Biden's supposed to be, there's just a picture of an auto pen. Now, is that funny? It is funny. I'm not saying it's not funny. It is funny. But it is also the memification of national history.
Mm-hmm.
It's the 4chanification of the White House. Those photos are not for MAGA. They're not for progressives. They're not for the left. They're not for the right. They're not for any given ideology. They're for when a 10-year-old walks through that hall, assuming that when you do have tours of the White House, you would see this. Now, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know why you would have all of this in a private area where nobody sees it. It seems like a public thing. But it's there, I would think, so that someone who's like 10 years old could walk down that hall. Oh, Jefferson, all the way down.
Garfield.
And yeah, right. My favorite president.
Pepe
Garfield.
the Frog.
That's next. That's next. And the reason is because it's beginning to feel like it's hopeless. There's no bringing it back. The next president is going to use these things to force their ideology. It's just a 50-50 country, and who's ever in charge will go extra constitutional for 4 years to shove their ideology down the throats of the other side. The Democrats are not above it. The Democrats did it a little bit lighter. The one thing is, it's just going to get more extreme every time. So in the Biden administration, lots of people are canceled for things that they said or things that they wrote. Trump administration, people are kicked out of the country and jailed and prosecuted for the things that they. So the next thing, when it's a Democrat, it'll be what they want, but it will be more extreme and it will be harsher. And I don't see. And so now you get to the point where you have what I call the memification of national history. When that little kid's walking down, it'll have to be explained. Oh yeah. Well, the 45 up to this have been history. This is a joke. Move on. Okay, now we're going to go to the next,
Even not only is Biden's auto pen a joke, did you notice that the 47 is Trump's mugshot? It's not a real
Okay,
portrait.
see, there you go. See, again, it's the memification. It's the 4chanification. And I think we can all agree that the more the country is like 4chan, obviously, the more successful the country will be.
Hands down.
How does going after James Comey help the middle class? It doesn't, because it's not about that. But there's plenty of people who love the president, are having a great day. They're ordering an extra piece of pie at the diner. He's fighting them, and they've always been fighting us. Meanwhile, I don't care if I'm spending $15 for a box of Cheerios. It's not about that. It's about I'm for a team. And that man has swagger. Well, that does nothing for the middle class. But It means our team is winning. And most of these people in MAGA are like 65 and older, and they've got plenty of money. So inflation is a nuisance, but it's not the way that it is if you make $32,000 a year, live in an apartment complex with 2 kids and a dog. That's not something that you'd want something a little more than swagger.
We each get
But-
1 Cheerio a day.
That's
We're
right.
happy.
Because my man's got swagger.
That's right.
He's got swag. That's what it's all about.
It's swag, y'all.
Every president from now on, which one has more swag? That's the one will win.
I got a lot of Riz, too.
Riz,
do?
swag, all of those things that are so unimportant to average people trying to make a living and raise a family in America. It's a grudge match back and forth between the powerful. Elon doesn't like Peter Thiel. Oh, woo, wow. He doesn't like Sam Altman. Hey, let's follow that like they're the Real Housewives.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll be fun. It'll make when a box of Cheerios costs $20, it'll still be fun. That's the important thing.
And of course,
Not that a box of Cheerios goes back down to $3.50.
It will never.
and Comey, I watched his Instagram video that he put out, and he is relishing it. Like if
Of
you
course
what
he
he
is,
said,
'cause he's a narcissist too.
yeah, he's loving the attention he's getting out of it. So I feel like
I don't think there's any chance he's going to go to prison.
Why don't they put a
No.
gag rule on him like they did on Trump?
Hey, why don't you keep thinking about that as the prices go up?
I don't care about prices. I don't need to eat.
And the prosecutor that he put into that seat a few months ago, he removed because that prosecutor said, I can't really find a case against this
Not
guy.
loyal.
And so he removed him, and he put his personal lawyer in there, who, by the way, has never argued a case in front of a judge.
Yeah, but she's hot.
She is hot.
I love that about
I'll give you that. So the idea here, when you're Trump, you just cause people trust. The idea, he doesn't. I don't think there's any chance that James Comey's going to prison, but he's going to have to spend a bunch of money, and he's going to have to. But like you said, James Comey's relatively young. What is he, like 60 something, or
Yeah,
early
something
60s
like that.
or
Let me
whatever?
check.
He may be looking at this could be a platform that he could run for the Senate one day. I mean,
64.
this is a game that we normal people don't understand because it has nothing to do with us. They have to make us think it does so that we'll give them a little more ability to do these shenanigans with one another. But it has nothing to do with us. You know, Trump wants to cause him trouble. I don't think he thinks he's going to go to prison. And Comey looks at it as a political opportunity, which started the whole world crying. Yeah, that's luckily I didn't do that last night, I could say.
The joke was on me.
Worried about market losses? If headlines are keeping you up at night, it's time to take control. Hi, I'm Jeff Jr. with Trajan Wealth, and I know you've worked hard to save. But in times like these, what if can turn into what now? If you're planning to retire or are in retirement, you need a strategy that helps protect your future. At Trajan Wealth, you can capture market gains, protect your account from losses, and guarantee income for life. Right now, you could receive a bonus of up to 30% or annual growth of up to 10% for retirement income. You heard me right. An upfront bonus of up to 30% or annual growth of up to 10%, all guaranteed to boost your lifetime income in retirement. Don't leave your future to chance. Plan with confidence. Call 404-390-4000. That's 404-390-4000.
Annuity guarantees are based on the claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company, DBA, in most states, as Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions.
My cubs like scary stories around the campfire. One of their favorites is about the time before we had Scana Energy as our natural gas provider. Cold winters were unbearable in those days. Now that we've locked in long-term savings with Scana, the whole family can relax and stay warm all winter. Find an option that's right for your family with Scana and save up to $100 when you sign up. Call 877-GO-SCANA or visit scanaenergy.com/warm for details. Limited time offer. Terms and conditions apply.
As you go through your end-of-season to-dos, add Call Castile Cooling and Heating to the checklist. You wouldn't send your kids to school unprepared, so don't send your air conditioner into hibernation without a checkup from our specialists. If you've noticed your system struggling, weird sounds, smells, or changes in airflow, let's fix it now. Right now, install a new HVAC system and get up to $2,000 in free upgrades and 0% interest financing. Book today, and help is on the way. CastileAir.com.
That nagging joint pain, you know what I'm talking about. Sometimes it's from years of hard work. Sometimes it's an old injury that just never healed right. Either way, it's been calling the shots in your life for too long. But that stops right now. I'm Mark Airman. QC Kinetics is here to flip that script. They use regenerative medicine, advanced cellular treatments that help your body heal and restore the damage in your joints, not cover it up, not cut it out, actually helping heal and restore. And the results, long-term, lasting relief. QC Kinetics, no surgery, no drugs, no long recovery, just a smarter, natural way to get your freedom back. Bring your MRIs, your X-rays, and they'll make sure you're a good candidate. Your first consultation, it's free, friends, so there's no reason to wait. Call QC Kinetics, 770-285-8026. That's 770-285-8026. Decatur, Lawrenceville, Sandy Springs, Marietta, Stockbridge, and Douglasville. Appointments available on Saturday. 770-285-8026.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 3:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News sponsored by Vincent Financial. Our top local story: 2 women are stabbed at the same Cobb County motel where a baby was shot and killed earlier this week.
Cobb County police say they were called to the Budgetel Inn on Circle 75 Parkway just after midnight. That's when they found a Matrian Hawkins with multiple stab wounds. She was taken to the hospital where she later died. A second victim, Janiyah Jenkins, was treated at the hospital for severe lacerations to her hand. She's listed as stable. Atlanta police arrested a suspect, Frank Moore, in connection with the stabbings. They say he knew the victims. Moore has been charged with felony murder, aggravated assault, and possession of a knife during the commission of a felony. In Cobb County, Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
Atlanta police are looking for a package thief. The suspect took a package from the Amlay Ponce apartment building on North Avenue. Surveillance footage shows a man inside the package room going through residents' items. He's then seen walking off with a package. We posted a photo of the suspect at WSBRadio.com. A former Gainesville High School teacher and golf coach is indicted on sex charges involving students. Cameron Milholland is accused of sending sexually explicit images and videos to 3 students. He's indicted on charges of child molestation, computer pornography, and 3 counts of improper sexual conduct by an employee. Georgia shatters its tourism record for a 3rd straight year. The Department of Economic Development says in 2024, more than 174 million people visited the Peach State, spending more than $45 billion at hotels and restaurants, a 4% increase from the year before. Overall, the industry had an $82 billion impact on the state's economy, supporting more than 470,000 jobs. Millions of people in the southeast are warned to prepare for a tropical storm or possible hurricane.
The Hurricane Center says it could be somewhere maybe impacting somewhere between Georgia to North Carolina. It's just too early to say where right now.
National Weather Service meteorologist Barry Baxter says the system is expected to gain strength and soon could become Tropical Storm Imelda. It is now 3:32. It's time for live team coverage of traffic and weather. In the 24-hour traffic center, it's Alex Williams.
Better news heading into downtown, Bill. All lanes blocked and reopened. 20 eastbound right at the downtown connector. 75-85 exit 57. Crash cleared out of the right lane there. Travel advisory towards Stone Mountain. Nasty crash. Looks like an overturned RV. Highway 78 eastbound. Mountain Industrial Boulevard exit 4. Only the left lane is open. They also have the ramp from Mountain Industrial Boulevard to 78 eastbound shut down. That means using East Ponce, Memorial Drive, Hugh Howell, some alternates there. A travel advisory in Cherokee County, 575 southbound before 6's Road, exit 11. Right lane crash there. You're stacked up back into Canton. Highway 5, a good alternate to get around that one. And on I-285, the westbound outer loop on the north side, just the afternoon volume filling in out of Dunwoody into Sandy Springs. Alex Williams, 95.5 WSB.
This is WSB meteorologist Christina Upwards. Mostly cloudy skies today with scattered rain showers and thunderstorms heating up to a high near 80. Lows tonight in the mid-60s. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, a few pop-up showers and thunderstorms possible, high 81. Sunday, drying out, morning lows in the mid-60s, daytime high 83.
Storm tracker radar showing some scattered rain showers around the metro area at this hour. Some heavy rain in Cherokee County, also some rain in Henry County as well. It's 82 in Johns Creek, 80 in Union City, 82 in Powder Springs. More news at 4 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Hey, contractors, builders, you guys are busy. Do you have time to hang out at the lumber hut waiting for someone in an apron to wander over and ask if they can help you? I didn't think so. You need Randall Brothers. Dave Baker here. Randall Brothers has the widest variety of quality building materials, plus they have the experts on site that understand what you want and will get you the supplies you need and on your way. And Randall Brothers provides excellent customer service, actually has for over 140 years. Big enough to stock it all, local enough to care. See them on the web at randallbrothers.com.
At Ameris Bank, we know that it's never just business when it's your business. I'm Brian Parks, head of commercial banking in Atlanta for Ameris Bank. Whether your business is looking to optimize cash flow, improve your payment technology, or grow more quickly, my team and I are here and ready to help with a superior level of service, smart banking technology, and local market expertise. I invite you to reach out to my team by visiting amerisbank.com/yourbusiness or a local branch near you. Ameris Bank, fiercely yours, member FDIC.
Hey, skip the hassles of traditional home sales and sell your home quickly with the guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. Now, there's no showings, no open houses, and that means no stress for you. Hey, your friend Sean Hannity here. With the guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate, you can skip the stress, make the most money, and close in as little as 21 days. Just go to markspain.com, get your guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
At Kroger, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix that's guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with lower prices on over 1,000 items. Hand it to Kroger shoppers. You never compromise. Kroger. Fresh for everyone.
Right now, Autumn Crisp Green Seedless Grapes are on sale for only $1.77 a pound with your digital coupon. Kroger. Fresh for everyone.
Oh, my goodness. What am I going to talk about? I got nothing to talk about.
Come on, we have a new...
Do you have any music? We can, just play songs? Oh, let's play the...
Play the new David Byrne album.
Yeah, we're just going to play that new David Byrne album.
No.
Oh, come on.
No, we're not.
Ken, my program director, why can't I just play music?
Much like it's not a sports station, it's not a music station.
Ah, darn it. I mean, I got to talk about stuff that's going on?
Talk about Trump.
We got a new color for next year.
This is something I don't understand. You know what? I'd rather talk about 2026's color of
Is
the year.
it orange?
It is not.
I get gold paint. Hey, by the way, did you see that? I don't know if it's being overdone, but have you seen these stories about how Melania and Trump were having an argument on the helicopter, and he was wagging his finger at her?
Really?
Yeah. And in my mind,
Shut up.
In my mind, the argument is that she happened to say something like, I believe there is a good gold paint.
No. Listen, I've told everybody. I've been telling you this for 20 years. There's no way to make... They've tried.
Yeah. Well, I was at a hotel, and they told me it was gold paint, and it was very good gold paint.
It looked like
gold.
gold?
It looked like gold,
Well,
yes. It was.
Of course,
well, that's the point, Donald. If it looks like gold, that's the point.
Now, listen, you're a woman. Be quiet.
All right.
You know Pam Bondi, okay?
All right. Yeah, okay. Who cares? I don't understand. How can the color of the year be revealed for 2026 when we're still in 2025?
Well,
They're getting ahead of it?
Yeah, it's like cars. You can start getting the 2026s on the lots now.
You don't want to be left behind in the middle of 2026. Like, oh, I should have used that stupid paint they told me to.
Exactly. And that paint color is Hidden Gem. Hidden Gem.
Okay, that really...
It's a smoky jade color with a refined blend of blue and green.
Why is
I
this?
knew that.
Who decides this?
The color people.
Is it Hegseth?
Hegseth.
Pete Hegseth is getting all of the artists together, all the top artists that we're going to meet at Camp David and decide the next color.
The next color. Well, it's like who's behind this? Who makes money? That's what I want to know. When a story is this stupid and gets this much play and has the legs like this, Who's behind it and who's making money?
All right,
Is this Big Sherman Williams?
No, this is Big Bear.
Big Bear.
Big Bear.
That's a place to go to.
They're trying to one-up the font people.
Are there new fonts out?
Oh, there's always a new font. You know, they have the same meetings.
They can't get anywhere near the new emojis. That's all anybody cares about.
Yeah, that's true.
This was actually founded by Vice President of Color and Creative Services, Erica Wolfel, I think is how you say
that's
her
a
last-
business card I want to see.
For what?
And her team who analyzed design
for
trends.
what? She's the vice president of colors for what?
Oh, for Bear paint.
Oh, okay. Oh, so
Oh,
it's
okay.
marketing.
It's marketing. Of
Yeah.
course it is. And they want people to buy this stupid new blend.
Paint your house this ugly color.
She says that they did their research and they tested with their.
Yeah, we found out we'd make more money than ever.
We spent
if
millions
you
of
guys,
dollars.
if you stupid drones just go out and do this because you read 3 different stories in 3 different places that told you this is the color. Can I tell you something? There's no color for 2026. The color is every color in the rainbow, and you decide what looks good where. That's the reality. There's nothing special about the colors of 2026. I hate to throw obvious cold water. Will you get a room? You coughed before we went on the
coughing
air.
room.
Before I even said live from the heart of Atlanta, Georgia, you went.
I know it's been. I've not gotten sick like
You're
this in
spitting,
years.
You're spitting on my Mona Lisa. That being the show.
You're just not used to seeing me sick.
Well, because you don't look sick.
I feel great.
But I mean, you got to get this checked out because maybe it's something deeper.
I'm going to the doctor on Monday.
See, I'm not
First, I'm
coughing
going
like-
to drink all weekend.
That'll
I
knock
wasn't
it
gonna
out.
I wasn't going to let the doctor get in the
Oh,
way.
yeah, but
I
we-
got starting at 7:15 tonight. I got drinking plans.
Have
but
a hot toddy tonight, Joe.
Oh, we got football games all weekend too. Oh man, I'm
there's
ready.
No way. Yeah, I'm ready. You're go, go dogs, go wolves, go dogs, go wolves. Big Alabama game.
Oh man, that's a huge.
Is
game.
it like is Alabama? They still stink because I don't know. I haven't
Well,
kept
they,
up with it.
they lost to FSU to start the season, but they've
Have
looked,
they played anybody since then?
not really, but they've
Okay.
looked better.
Well, yeah, you'll look better playing a high school team.
They've played other.
Arch Manning, I'd be like, you know what? I think he's back. Boy, did he show Sam Houston University what was up. Like, okay, well, let me see him play a team that might be in the playoffs. And
Is it Georgia, Alabama this weekend?
Sure
that's
is.
Well, where have you been? That's what we're talking
We
about.
didn't mention Georgia. Now, what's the line?
Line is 2.5.
Is that all?
That's it. People are starting.
Well,
to
this is
jump.
also
Alabama did beat Wisconsin.
This is actually Georgia's first non-kind of cupcake game. Who did they start the year with?
Their first 2 games for cupcakes. They played Tennessee 2 weeks ago.
Tennessee, right?
That was a tough game.
It was a tough game. All right.
And then this will be Georgia's second tough game.
All right.
Obviously, right now Georgia's favored by 2.5, but the line has been getting closer.
Why? Because I feel like in Alabama they would want to run this new coach out of town already.
Yeah. I think
I hear he's a good coach. Wasn't he Penix's coach in Washington?
he sure was.
All right.
Kalen DeBoer.
Explains a lot.
Penix looked good in college.
Yeah.
Didn't he get to the?
Yeah, they won the national
Yeah,
championship.
he lost to Michigan, right?
That's right.
Yeah. So
Oh, he played against Tom Brady. That's how old he is.
Michael Penix. I believe he's about 48 or something.
Okay.
Like that.
They played against J.J. McCarthy.
Yes, he did. That was just a joke, Jane. I have to say that to my wife an awful lot. That was a joke. You don't have to answer a joke. It's sarcasm.
Well, he knows I don't know a lot about college football.
Yeah, but you do know that
Dummy.
back when Tom Brady didn't play in the recent times.
Yes, I do know that.
He played in the old days,
Yes,
the
he did.
90s.
Yes, the oldie days. Yeah, Penix, man. I'm hearing that all 22 looks really bad.
Told you. There's
From
something
that
wrong with
last game.
his fundamentals look bad.
Fundamentals. That's what it is. That's why I heard somebody break it down. I saw
I said
somebody
this
break
on
it down,
Monday on
and
the
I
show.
says to myself, "You're a host in Atlanta, Georgia. Watch this 15-minute breakdown
So Kirk will
of
be
Michael
back?
Penix." I don't think so.
Who do they have besides
I mean,
Kirk?
you have a bad game. You got a young quarterback. Well, I mean, he's not as young as most young quarterbacks, but he's young as far as doing it, and you got to give him time. You got to have bad games. But this was apparently a very bad game. The all 22. Does everybody
He
know
gets
what the
one
all
more game like that.
I
and-
say the all 22. I assume everybody knows what that means, but it's where you can see every player on the field from different angles, and you can see exactly what that Penix didn't see.
Should
during
have had
that
me
game.
as a special guest. I was literally standing up, looking at the TV last Sunday,
I know,
pointing
he's
out the
open,
open
he's open.
receivers.
Apparently, they
looking
were
at
open
the fundamentals.
There were open receivers everywhere, but the fundamentals. I heard somebody break it down that he's just all over the place. They're doing everything wrong when it comes to footwork, core.
Did they mention the release point? That was Jared's.
You know what? They didn't mention the release point. But I will say this. If you don't get the footwork right and you don't get the core right, then it ends up with the way that the whole idea is the ball leaves your hand the wrong way.
Yeah, his feet were definitely pointed the wrong way on several throws.
So I don't know. Maybe he just had a bad day. You know, I hate to admit this to people, but, you know, sometimes I'll show up for this job every once in a while, and maybe I had a little too much to drink the night before.
You?
And I just say to myself, don't swim too far from shore. And so maybe on that, and that would be the equivalent of my dink and dunk games. Right? I'm not going to, if I come in and I'm a little under the weather or a little hungover, I'm not going to go for some kind of like drawn out humorous thing that takes a while to get there and there's subtleties. No, it's just going to be straight up, yeah, okay, next.
But you
That's my dink
do
and dunks.
see your receivers.
I always see my receivers.
You're aware of what's going on the field.
Are you saying something about my sexuality or something? What are you saying there? I'm always aware of my receivers.
No. I would never go that way.
Oh,
We've
okay.
talked about this for a decade or 2 decades. I've known you for 25 years. We don't talk about that.
We don't talk. It's we keep it on the down low.
Yeah,
that's right. That's right.
Even if I have videos,
forgot for a moment.
I have pictures and videos.
And no one's saying you do.
I keep them to myself.
If you did.
If I did, I would
But
keep
you don't.
them.
I mean,
No.
of course not.
Of course not.
Who would keep stuff like that?
Yeah. And you going to send the money later?
Yeah, and also you get to keep your job again.
You guys have quite
Hey, listen, you got to do what you got to do to make it in this world.
quite an arrangement that you guys
I
have.
don't hold it against him. He's doing what he needs to do to make it in this world.
Yeah.
Everybody's got a kid. He's got a family to feed.
Yeah.
Just like all the rest of us. Not like George Clark. He has no family to feed.
I have to buy generic Cheerios, unlike you, lording it over us.
What are generic? What are they called? OOs or something? What are generic?
Toasted
Cheerios?
oats.
Toasty O's. Yeah, toasted.
Do you know what I do? I buy
toasted O's, isn't it?
They have organic ones. If you go to Kroger,
Yeah.
they're in the same aisle.
Are you with the? What are you getting paid by Kroger here? Is that your?
No.
Okay.
I would if I were, then that would be Plugola, and that's illegal.
You're not going to do that.
No,
You'd never do that.
Only the host can do that. Do you know it's a new rule?
I do know.
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
Only the
good.
host.
Only the host.
Yeah, the middlings can't.
No.
But I buy the generic version. It's actually cheaper than regular Cheerios and tastes just as good.
Well, yeah, of course, because it's the same thing.
Yeah, but without all the HF,
I need the multigrains.
CS.
I need the multigrains and
Yeah.
all that ultra processed crap because I don't want to live very, very long. I mean, I want to live long, but I don't want to live,
too long.
When I'm there, but I'm not there. And see, that's the thing. If you eat too healthy, then you end up living way past your expiration date, and that's no fun. When you're trying to talk and it's more air than you're like. Hi, give me some Cheerios. Yeah, it's just like it's like 80% air. I don't want to live that long.
Fruit Loops. People want the alternative. I'm seeing online. I'm doing a price comparison. The Joe's O's from Trader Joe's.
Yeah.
That's the Cheerios competitor. Pretty cheap.
Well, what is it?
$2.99
Really?
for Joe's O's.
How big's the box?
Yeah.
WSB is your home of the dog.
Lobs it up, caught by Humphrey.
Tune in Saturday as number 5 Georgia faces off with the 17th ranked Crimson Tide.
30, 20, far sideline, 10.
Bulldogs pregame begins at 3:30.
Sideline.
Kickoff at 7:30.
Pylon.
Only on your home of the dogs, 95.5 WSB.
Touchdown! Touchdown!
Brought to you in part by Hoffman Financial Group, official partner of the Georgia Bulldogs.
If you're looking for an exceptional Swiss timepiece, visit Terra Fine Jewelry today. They have exceptional Swiss watches from Tag Heuer and the finest selection in Atlanta of pre-owned Rolex. It's where I've been shopping for over 25 years. Terra Fine Jewelry in Beaufort.
If I said to focus your energy, where would you start? Let's say you run a business, a school campus, a hospital, or a government facility. Finding ways to save can be overwhelming, but Georgia Power has energy efficiency tips and rebates to help. Things like improving lighting with LEDs, making HVAC upgrades, adding building controls, and more. Look, you've got a business to run and numbers to hit. Georgia Power can help you focus your energy where it matters most. Learn more at georgiapower.com/biz.
The 28th annual Motul Petit Le Mans returns to Michelin Raceway Road Atlanta October 8th through the 11th for 4 days of world-class sports car endurance racing and fan activities. Don't miss the IMSA WeatherTech Sports Car Championship season finale, the Fox Factory 120, and 4 additional race series throughout the weekend. Witness the best racing teams and drivers in the world, like BMW, Lamborghini, Lexus, Ferrari, Porsche, Audi, and more. Tickets are on sale now. Kids 12 and under get in free. Get yours at roadatlanta.com.
Now, it's your time to make more money and be your own boss. Come to the Franchise Show on October 4th and 5th at the Gas South Convention Center to meet with the best money-making franchises. Learn how you can open a successful business. This life-changing event is your only chance to see all the hottest money-making opportunities in one place. Find the perfect business for you at the Franchise Show, presented by the Entrepreneur's Source, October 4th and 5th at the Gas South Convention Center. Get tickets at AtlantaFranchiseShow.com.
At Butler Lexus of South Atlanta, you're their priority. From personalized service to luxury amenities, they make sure you feel valued every step of the way. Buying or servicing, your experience matters. Call 800-NEW-LEXUS. Butler Lexus South Atlanta, the standard of amazing.
There's nothing quite like a local neighbor. That's why AARP is local, right here in Midtown Atlanta, to offer you free events and enriching experiences that help you with finances, family, and fun. We're in the community, connecting you to what matters most right when you need it. Visit our website at aarp.org/GA or visit us on social media at AARP Georgia to find out more information on how we're helping your money, health, and happiness live as long as you do.
You should never need financing for a simple garage door repair, but it's happening here. Out-of-town companies have invaded Atlanta for a cash grab, charging outrageous prices. Hi, I'm Dan Watkins, owner of All Four Seasons Garage, Entry Doors, and Windows. Stay local and stay on budget for every opening of your home. All Four Seasons, trusted in Atlanta for over 25 years, exceptional customer service, and fair, honest pricing. When trust matters, trust us. All the number 4 Seasons Garages.com.
Do you hear scratching, scampering, and scurrying noises in your attic? Guess what? You have squirrels up there, and they're not leaving without a fight. But Breda Pest Management will battle those squirrels, guaranteed. Dave Baker here. When someone seals a squirrel's entry point in your attic, do you think the squirrel gives up? Well, they don't. They will chew their way back in. You got squirrels upstairs? You need the Breda Wildlife Guarantee. Only Breda covers every entry point, old and new. The other companies only guarantee the entry point they seal, so each time a squirrel chews a new hole, and they will, it'll cost you hundreds of dollars more. But under the Breda Wildlife Guarantee, you stay protected at no additional cost. A trained wildlife expert will dispose of their nesting, disinfect and sanitize, and if a squirrel finds its way back in, Breda's got your back. Breda Pest Management. They handle bugs and critters. BREDA Pest.com.
Breda, no need to be afraid of bugs.
With everybody understanding that this is not a sports show, did you see the end of that game last night?
I
got
sure
home
did.
from the comedy club,
Man,
Punchline Comedy.
that
By the way,
game-
I don't know if I thanked Jamie and Punchline for yesterday. It was a great job. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Jamie.
That
yeah.
game looked like it was going to be nothing.
Oh, I got home. It was boring as hell until all of a sudden, like 3 minutes left, and it just starts heating up.
Kyler Murray, I have him on my fantasy team, and I'm like, when I first turned it on, he had 1 point on fantasy, and I'm like, oh no, I'm going to lose. Great.
One of those Kyler games.
Then he ended up at the end of the game with 21 points on fantasy. Lost, unfortunately.
But basically, everything blew up with like 3 or 4 minutes left. It was unbelievable. And boy, how not a sports show. I don't want to get too deep because this is not a sports show. But
I thought we were going to review the film.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to do that. We'll do that on the podcast later on.
But Tim brought all the film.
I dropped it in the water.
Eric on Sports, I think, is the podcast that I'm going to do. So I can get all my... Because I know nothing about sports. I'm just a fan. I'm just a stupid fan. But where were we with that? So Kyler just comes to life. And, I was going to say, you think the Minnesota Vikings are starting to regret the idea, I'll just let this Sam Darnold go and go with this kid that hardly threw a pass in college. I know that guy Kevin O'Connell's a quarterback whisperer. Now this guy's hurt again. So he can't even stay on the field. Sam Darnold's lighting it up. He had a bad first game, I guess, but he's been lighting it up since then.
Now the Vikings are having to rely on old Carson Wentz.
Hey, guys, we got some breaking news going on here.
All right.
This is Bill Caiaccio live at the WSB Breaking News Desk. Just into WSB, jury reaching a verdict in the trial of the man accused of shooting and killing 8-year-old Secoria Turner in July of 2020. Julian Conley on trial. Prosecutors saying he's the man who fired the shots that killed the little girl. And just in from the jury, he is found guilty on all murder charges. The jury also finds Conley not guilty on some of the gang-related charges that he was facing. But again, the main story here is that the jury has found Julian Conley guilty on the murder charges in the 2020 death of 8-year-old Secoria Turner. We have WSB's Veronica Waters covering this trial in Fulton County, and she will be joining us live with a breakdown at 4 o'clock. I'm Bill Caiaccio live at the WSB Breaking News Desk.
Yeah, it's interesting. I was just reading about that Secoria's mother. There's the thing in that trial, I guess, was on the video. This guy that just found guilty was wearing a red shirt, and Secoria's mother says that it was the guy who did the shooting was wearing a black shirt. But I don't know. I was not following it. I wasn't there. I will assume, hopefully, that some justice was done there, and I don't think that we don't talk about Secoria Turner enough in this. And then the reason for that is that she was killed by a progressive mob. And let me tell you something. If there was some sort of hillbilly militia responsible for something like that, we would have talked about little else since then. But the fact that the violent mob was a progressive mob means that the media, for the most part, the legacy media, will be like, well, let's not put too much of a spotlight on that. That's the way that I see it. That's just, I'm being honest with you. That's the way that I see it. If it had been like a militia that up in the hills that did something like that, I think we'd all be asked to look in the mirror and ask if we were responsible. That kind of thing.
The following is a paid commercial announcement.
Corporate megastores are spending millions lobbying D.C. politicians on one-sided policies that send small businesses tumbling. They want to enact harmful credit card mandates that take resources away from your local credit union and community bank, leaving Main Street businesses with less access to credit, making it harder for your family to pay for everyday goods like gas and groceries. Tell Congress to guard your card and oppose the Durbin-Marshall credit card mandates.
Paid for by Electronic Payments Coalition.
All foundations are created equal, and neither are foundation repair methods. That is why you should always turn to Atlanta Ramjack for your foundation repair. Mark Beckham here, and we have carefully designed our foundation repair methods over the years, currently holding 12 different patents for our solutions. So if you see cracks in your brick or floor, or if a door doesn't shut properly, or your windows stick, this can all spell foundation trouble. Visit AtlantaRamjack.com for your free estimate and peace of mind. Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
A lot of times you have to choose between something high quality or something that saves you money. But what if you could get both? Why not? Especially when it comes to health care, and that is Medi-Share. You get both. Many families save $500 a month with Medi-Share, and that's huge, but it's also true that people wind up way more satisfied, too. And we know this from research of members. There's a lot they like about Medi-Share, but especially they love being part of something they believe in. And Medi-Share works, too. It has for more than 30 years. There are hundreds of thousands of members who love having telehealth if they need it. They love the huge PPO network. So yeah, really, you could save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or you're part of the gig economy or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now and get a price in 2 minutes. Here's the number. Call 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE. 855-51-BIBLE.
Hurricane season is here, friends, and now's the time to make sure your roof is ready for whatever comes next. Hey, it's Mark Aaron back with you. At Dr. Roof, they're experts at hurricane proofing your home. From inspecting shingles to reinforcing your roof structure, they make sure your home is secure before the storm hits. Don't wait until it's too late. Get a free, no-obligation roof inspection from Dr. Roof today. Get ready before the hurricane season goes into overdrive. Call Dr. Roof today.
Another accident? What happened?
Our truck driver got cut off, and they're getting blamed. No witnesses, no proof.
and insurance is skyrocketing.
Wait, our drivers shouldn't take the blame for this?
Exactly why we need Samsara. Their AI dashcam show real-time video proving when our drivers aren't at fault.
So we protect our drivers and avoid false claims?
Yep. Companies using Samsara have exonerated their drivers and saved millions on insurance.
Protect your drivers and your bottom line at Samsara.com. Samsara. Operate smarter.
WSB Atlanta, WSBB FM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk. WSB Atlanta, WSBB FM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
Men, trouble in the bedroom? Not anymore. Priority Men's Medical Center restores your love life in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Priority Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Priority Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. You'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients get their testosterone checked free. Call 404-885-8885. 404-885-8885. To restore your love life in just one visit, call now. 404-885-8885.
Two homes, same street, practically twins. One sells fast for top dollar, the other still sitting around like it forgot to shower. So what happened? Hey, it's Eric Von Hessler. Well, the first seller went old school. Traditional agent, endless showings, price drops, emotional roller coaster, and eventually they settled for less. The second seller, they used Orchard. Now, Orchard doesn't just list your home, they work it. Their agent knew what upgrades would catch a buyer's eye, brought in pros to handle everything, and made that house look like it belonged in a real estate magazine. And the best part? With Orchard's Move First, Sell Later program, that seller packed up and moved out before a single stranger walked through their old front door. No showings, no stress, no, hey, can you hide the cat and vacuum cleaner again? Just top dollar and a smoother move. Want in? Start with a free home valuation at orchard.com. That's orchard.com.
News, weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 4 o'clock, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News is sponsored by Hoffman Financial Group. Our top local story, it is breaking news. A verdict in the trial of a man accused of shooting and killing 8-year-old Secoria Turner in July of 2020.
Mr. Foreman, have you reached a verdict?
Yes, Your Honor, we have.
And was it unanimous?
WSB's Veronica Waters reports live now with that verdict just in from Fulton County.
Yeah, and it was a mixed bag for Julian Conley, Bill, but in the end, the most serious charges here, murder. Conley was found guilty. The jury deliberated for about 7.5 hours over 2 days before coming back with this verdict. They only had a couple of questions today, and both involved watching the video from the 3 businesses that Atlanta Police Detective Jerian Shepard says he was able to recover that night. A lot of those videos, the state said, were showing Conley as he moved about that area on University Avenue at Pryor Road, where people had an illegal street barricade. The state argued that that was a gang which had taken over peaceful protests in the wake of the death of Rayshard Brooks at the hands of an Atlanta police officer. But the state said that gang members who were associated with a Bloods faction and were angry over the death of their fellow member, Rayshard Brooks, and had taken over these protests with this illegal street blockade, and they were carrying guns. We heard stories about how these gang members had assaulted people when they came to the barrier, made some people turn around. And then, of course, when Omar Ivory, who was Secoria Turner's mother, and the gang came down for a trip to the package store, he tried to get around this barricade and Conley opened fire. Now, again, I want to just make sure that we understand how mixed this bag was. Interestingly enough, defense attorney Arnold Regas had acknowledged that Julian Conley is in a gang. It was something that they had pushed back against before outside the jury's presence, saying that this couldn't be proven. But in closing, Mr. Regas did say Julian was part of a gang. He was a 19-year-old, dumb 19-year-old posting stupid stuff on social media, wanting to be a rapper, wanting to be in a gang. Some of the not guilty counts were exactly on those street gang terrorism charges. But we did get, again, we see today, guilty verdicts for Julian Conley on the charges of murder and felony murder. Sentencing is going to happen in just a little while in the courtroom of Fulton County Superior Court Judge Rochelle Carnesale. Now, we do know that in the state of Georgia, a murder conviction is an automatic minimum of 30 years before you are eligible for parole. So the big mysteries here will be whether Judge Carnesale sentences Julian Conley to life with or without the possibility of parole, and whether the other guilty verdicts he's gotten will be consecutive or concurrent to those life sentences. Reporting live, Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
All right, thanks, Veronica. And just to recap here, guilty on murder charges for Julian Conley in this case. Of course, Secoria Turner, the 8-year-old, was shot and killed while sitting in a Jeep while there was a protest going on the death of Rayshard Brooks. This happened in the summer of 2020. Rayshard Brooks, of course, had been killed by police at the Wendy's parking lot there just days earlier. The jury got this case late yesterday afternoon, and they reached their verdict late this afternoon. And again, guilty on murder charges, but as Veronica reported right there, Conley found not guilty on the violation of street gang terrorism charges. So a mixed verdict, and again, as Veronica reported there, the sentence should be coming down shortly here from the Fulton County Court. It is now 4:04 on 95.5 WSB, and it is time now for live team coverage of traffic and weather. And Triple Team Traffic begins now with Alex Williams.
Got a big mess on the Stone Mountain Freeway heading eastbound. Highway 78 eastbound, overturn RV crash. Only a left lane getting by. Highway 78 eastbound and Mountain Industrial Boulevard, exit number 4. And it has just ruined the ride back to 285 East Ponce, Memorial Drive. Highway 29 to Hugh Howell. Some alternates to get you around that. What's that done to 285? Not any favors. 285 east and southbound is nothing but brake lights out of Dunwoody all the way down to Highway 78 as people are avoiding taking 78 eastbound and continuing down toward the East Ponce area. Taking a look at the ride through downtown with the help of Andrew Seco.
Well, if we're looking for brake lights, we found them downtown. 75, 85 north and southbound starting to pack in. Northbound, you're jammed leaving East Point. Those brake lights taking you up towards 10th Street. Southbound, we're packing in on 400 just outside of Buckhead. You were slow all the way down towards 85 proper, getting you to I-20, exit 247. From the Corey Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
I'm WSB meteorologist Christina Upwards. Partly to mostly cloudy this evening with a few hit-or-miss rain showers and thunderstorms moving through. Lows tonight in the mid-60s. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, a few pop-up storms possible, high 81. Sunday, a mix of sun and clouds. Morning lows in the mid-60s, daytime high 83.
And Storm Tracker radar showing some heavy rain around metro Atlanta. The northern Cherokee County region getting some heavy rain up 575 right now at this hour. Otherwise, some scattered rain showers around metro Atlanta. 82 in Lilburn, 81 in East Point, and 83 in Sewanee. More news at 4:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Hour 2 of the Von Haessler Doctrine begins right now. Look at all of this. I mean, maybe we should just go through this audio. There's so much Trump stuff.
I literally just called it Trumpy, right?
Every day.
Busy Trump. Busy Trumpy.
Every day. Every day.
Well, what do you want me to sit around doing nothing?
How about an issue a week?
Well, there's a
Can we
lot.
go with like an issue a week so
Too
people
many
can wrap
things.
their
Too many-
minds?
Too many things, Eric.
What, George?
Well, he's going to be a lame duck soon. Got to get lots.
I think his whole thing is, I'm worried about. I think he knows. He set this up. He's been so aggressive since he got in there that if they lose Congress in the midterms, his last 2 years are going to be hell. He's going to get impeached again. Everything's going to get blocked. Everything can be done, and I go back to State of the Union. He had the entire world in the palm of his hand. It was a moment where just a little bit of grace, a little bit of grace from him, even though what he'd been through, and anybody who's been listening to this show, I don't think that it was legitimate. What they call lawfare. I agree with that. But MAGA can't act like this isn't the same thing. But if you go back to the State of the Union, he had just a little bit of grace, a little bit of friendliness, a little bit of, you know what, I'm above it. You guys play at this. But he's not that person. It's so obvious the person that he is now, which is, and I guess maybe this is why he was successful in business, but in business is not running the country. It's a little different. But it's obvious that his point of view and his worldview is, if you have leverage against somebody else, you use it all of the time because you won't get it back if you don't use it. And that's what we see on a day-to-day basis. Right. The leverage that I have power. I have the White House. I am fortunate enough to be president in a country that for the last 30 years, the Congress has been doing everything they can to give the presidency more power so that they don't have to be on the hook for particular issues that are divisive back in their homes. And they don't want to go on the record on a lot of things. They don't want to say, be unpopular because they might lose their jobs. So over the last 30 years or so, Congress has been just, let the president deal with it. And he's just gotten there at a time where the presidency has more power, more leverage than it ever has. And that's why you see even the people in his own administration are always talking about how wonderful he is. And boy, if he
we can't come back from that either. It's just going to continue to get worse. Every new president's going to take those powers and do whatever they feel like doing.
That's right. And that's why when I meet sometimes MAGA people, why are you something like, I'm telling you that you are setting the table for the country that you don't want to live in. Because every president wants to use as much power as they have. But this particular president, I got a feeling this is how he built all the buildings, and this is how it's all, I've got this leverage over you. Any little bit of leverage I have over anybody is used. It's expended. And that's why we wake up every day, and it's 14 new things. And so aggressive that if he loses Congress in the midterms, first of all, he'll probably say he didn't really lose Congress, and we'll go through that as a nation. And boy, won't that be fun. You got Marjorie Taylor Greene again tweeting that we need to have a divorce in this country. She says peaceful divorce. Where do these people live? What does this look like? However you voted, that's the state you're allowed in, and then you're not allowed. Well, you can stay. You can get a 72-hour visa if you voted for Kamala. How does that work? Or if you're in Vermont, you get a 72-hour visa if you voted for Trump. How does that work?
Looks like we're moving to Georgia.
Yeah, the United Blue States of America and the United Red States of America.
Yeah, but everybody,
we already did
Georgia,
that once.
Georgia is a red state, and Atlanta is liberal.
We'll carve it out.
Yeah,
It's going to be a peaceful civil war.
Yeah, a peaceful.
Yeah.
This doesn't make any sense. If you're a leader, stop saying things that make no sense. How has that worked? That we're red states and we're blue states? Well, I'm a red stater. Unfortunately, my 17-year-old son doesn't seem to get the message. What do we do? Do we send him on a bus to a blue state? How does that work?
You're moving to Colorado.
Where you belong.
Where we
Your mother and I have talked about it. It'd be better for you, it'd be better for us.
Yeah, get out.
We were not invited to the latest ice cream social, and we think it's because of you. So get your ass on a bus and get to a blue state, so we could socialize with people who think like us. Why do leaders even say things that there's no logistical way to do this? It's not possible. How could it be done, George? You look like, maybe it could be. You're like, I wish it could be, but. I don't wish it could be. I want to be around people who disagree with me. Yeah. And I want that in my life all the time. Put me in check. Say, no, you're an idiot. Who wants to walk around only being around people who agree with them all the time? Boring people on the left and the right. Only boring, insignificant minds want to only be around other people who agree with them all the time.
Well, at least you know the direction of the tribe.
Yeah, well, and you
You're
know
very
what
clear.
not to say.
I'm curious if she's thinking about running to the right of the Trump successor, and maybe that's kind of what she's.
Wasn't she running for? Is she running for anything?
she's not
in
running.
the state. No,
She can't win.
She was told no.
She was told no, or she decided no.
She decided. Okay, air quotes. She
Well,
decided
who's
not
gonna
to.
tell her not to?
Yeah, I'm telling you, the Republicans told her, look, if you
Back
run,
off.
you're going to cause us more
You're
trouble.
gonna lose your
They would have
seat,
told
and you're
Brad Raffensperger not to run more than telling her not to run.
I think she has way more name ID than Brad.
Yeah, Brad's just.
No, I know, but I'm saying they would have told him not to run.
Well, you can tell anybody you want. I don't think
Right.
anybody told her.
Yeah.
I think that she look at the tea leaves and she's wants to be successful in the future and post-Trump. And losing a big election on a state election probably isn't the best thing for her. First of all, she's got a house seat. She got one of those house seats that if you wanted to, you could have for the next 30 years.
Oh,
probably.
yeah, she'll be there
So
forever.
why put that up for grabs? And unless you really have nothing's a sure thing in politics, but you believe you have a 70% chance or more of actually winning.
If she ran for
Bird
governor,
in the hand is, am I going to say a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush? That's what I'm saying.
absolutely. If she ran for governor of Georgia, which is probably the most likely position she'd run for, she would win the primary more likely than not, but then lose in the general.
Right. Well, I mean, I don't know. That's what people say. People told me Trump couldn't win twice, so I don't know what actually happens.
I won 3 times.
Well, okay, all right. Can we just?
You know that.
I don't understand. But how is that supposed to work? Does anybody understand how that's supposed to work? A peaceful divorce? How is that supposed to work?
I think she's just saying it because she knows that can't happen. There had to be a war.
But that's not peaceful. She said
Relocating
peaceful.
millions of
Yeah,
people.
relocating
You're not going to do
people.
it.
By the way, hey Marjorie, after that, why don't we just call off all the elections? We all the national elections, just call them off. We know which states are red, which ones are blue, and how much.
We got King Travis and Queen Taylor.
Let's
We're
do
good.
that. Let's do that. Let's just make them homecoming king and queen. Put them in the White House.
We're great. We're good. They'll take care of us.
Yeah.
Could they cause more chaos than the current crop of politicians?
Be the monarchy era.
Super Bowl would be killer.
Oh
Are you
yes.
kidding me? We might as well become the entertainment states of America.
We already are.
Yeah,
That's
right.
like-
You know what'll help? Ban social media. Just completely ban
yeah,
it.
how you going to do that?
Yeah.
Just have to do it.
No, it's one of those things where you can't do it, but if it had never been invented, we'd be better off. But it has been, and there's nothing you could do. Nothing you could do.
I don't know. It's kind of nice to have The Voice though on there. It's nice to be able to
The Voice, the show?
I'm saying it's nice to have a voice on social media and to
Is
speak
it?
with
Why?
people.
What do you do? Well, there's a thing that people are arguing about, and you go, so what?
I choose to
It's
avoid.
a bunch of people. Okay, it's a bunch of people just yelling into the air. That's all it is. It's just yelling into the air. Nothing comes of it. Social media never comes together once a year and goes, it turns out on this issue, at Dumb Farts was right.
Yeah, he's smart.
He's an influencer.
It's just yelling into the air, and it's all cathartic, and everybody getting it off their chest.
Aren't we kind of doing that on the radio waves now?
Well, this is what we get paid for. I mean, this is like people tune into this. No, you're right.
not
Believe
as
me, you're right. Why
divisive,
do you think
though.
I bring up retirement so often? You're right, and we don't do as much politics as we used to for this reason. Meanwhile, late night hosts have decided they want to be all politics. I don't
seriously.
Get it.
There's been a complete reversal.
Yeah, why don't we just switch? I just want to go have fun, and Jimmy Kimmel can come talk about the issues of the day on a daily basis. Not on my WSB, I know.
Oh, are you from New Orleans?
Yeah, I threw a little Creole in there.
Not
for
on
you.
that hell.
Yeah, a little Cajun, I'm sorry. Hey, let's say hello to Alex Williams, one of the bright lights in our society. Alex says there's a big jam on Highway 78 heading towards Stone Mountain.
Hey, good afternoon, Eric. I appreciate it, buddy. Yeah, we're watching this overturned RV crash, trying to clean it up here. Highway 78 eastbound at Mountain Industrial Boulevard, exit 4. It is single file traffic in the left lane. They're also blocking the on-ramp from Mountain Industrial to Highway 78 eastbound. Got a few alternates you can use. You can think about East Ponce, Memorial Drive, Highway 29. Lawrenceville Highway wouldn't suggest that anymore. That is very jammed up north of the Stone Mountain Freeway, and it's had a negative effect on 285 southbound, making that ride side slower, leaving I-85. We got some trouble on I-75 down by the airport, Andrew Seco.
Got a center lane blocked with PD on scene here in the jam cam. Alex, 75 north, 285 exit 238. A couple extra brake lines as you're getting towards Hartsfield Jackson. Southbound always packing in, getting you through the perimeter to Forest Park, and 85 northbound on and off that brake pedal, leaving Fairburn on your way up towards College Park. This report sponsored by Whole Foods Market. Save on fall favorites now through September 30th at Whole Foods Market. Your headquarters for pumpkin spice delights, all the flavors of fall and more. From the Coolray Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
When the news matters to you.
The massive project at 285 and Georgia 400 has been a big improvement.
95.5 WSB has you covered.
The latest incident comes when a SWAT team is called after a suspect.
Your 24/7 news
They
source.
had no ties to a gang.
When you need the story, all you need to do is listen. 95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's breaking news station.
Another serious truck crash out on 285 today.
Georgia has some of the heaviest truck traffic in the country. Accidents are common, injuries are severe, and insurance companies don't like to pay. Don't put your future in their hands. Call the Strong Arm. Attorney John Foy and Associates.
When insurance companies play games, we win. We've helped clients like you recover hundreds of millions, and we don't get paid until you get paid. That's the Strong Arm.
At Kroger Pharmacy, we make it easy to get flu, COVID, and RSV vaccines. They're available at no cost to you with most insurance plans, no appointment needed. And we're open weekdays, weeknights, and weekends, so come and visit us when it's most convenient for you. Kroger Health, a world of care is in store. Vaccines subject to availability. No cost to you with most insurance plans. Check with your plan for eligibility. Restrictions and exclusions may apply. See site for details.
This is Scott Slade, and nothing takes the place of time when it comes to spotting problems with your health, especially cancer. The earlier the better. That's where virtual imaging comes in. Virtual imaging's LDCT body scan can be invaluable, giving you more time for you and your loved ones to take charge of your health. They can detect tumors as early as precancerous virtually anywhere in your body, and aneurysms you may not even know are there. Due to overwhelming demand for a limited time, their $995 core body scan offer has been extended. It's a $2,495 value. Early detection saves lives, and now it's more affordable than ever. Virtual Imaging has gotten such great response to this offer that they've opened up more times in both offices, but appointments will fill up fast, so don't wait. Some minimum requirements may apply. Early detection is your best protection. To schedule your virtual imaging $995 core body scan, call 770-678-SCAN. That's 770-678-SCAN. Or make an appointment by visiting their website at virtualimagingatl.com.
What were you saying?
That's good advice. I agree with you. I agree with you. However, sometimes if you do that and you've already,
all I can say to people who are trying to figure out what we're talking about is I learned something in the restaurant industry when I was a young man. And what I learned was when it comes to salads, the house salad, you can always put more dressing on if the customer wants more dressing. But you can't take dressing out. So I said, oh, that makes sense. I will apply that to drugs. And I did. You can always have a little more.
You can put more LSD in your
No,
tongue.
that's not what I'm talking about.
Tylenol, though, right?
I'm resisting. I'm taking 17 Tylenol a day. I'm not pregnant yet, but I'm trying.
Well, okay.
You do. So I'll think anyway. Dr. Oz is like, yeah, if the doctor says take Tylenol, take Tylenol. I have to go back. I didn't watch the original press conference with RFK Jr. and Trump on this.
His polling is
where he was saying
acetaminophen.
Tylenol.
Who's polling?
RFK Jr. His
well, why
polling
would
is
listen?
falling
I don't know
apart.
if he deserves it or not, but why wouldn't it be falling? I mean, there's been nothing but nonstop negativity in the media. I mean, I don't know. Maybe he deserves it. I don't know. I'm not following it enough. But I'm saying when you have this much negativity in the media and you don't have one last name, Trump, everyone else is affected by it. So I don't know, I've been reading stuff lately. There's a lot of stuff. I read a story the other day is like people who, you can't be in the same room with this guy for more than 10 minutes before you want to leave. He's just, he's obnoxious.
He's talky.
He's talky? Yeah, he talks a lot. So, I mean, I notice whenever you see like 3 or 4 or 5 different stories about a politician and they're all negative and they're kind of coming from different places, and I'm like, okay, there's, and then inside of it, I'm not there. I'm not in a room with him. Maybe it's true. I don't know. But it shouldn't be surprising that he has bad poll numbers. When's the last time you heard anything good about the dude? Outside of MAGA, and probably half of MAGA doesn't like him. I don't know.
Maha, they love him.
Maha?
Make America healthy again.
Yeah. What about his wife? Can she ever get a job in Hollywood again? I wonder.
Like when I asked Jeff.
She doesn't mind being in the same room with him.
I asked Jeff Garland about her, and he went, I love her. Yeah, Tim, I love her. I don't want to talk about it. I love her, and I'll leave it at that.
Did he ever used to come around to the curb sets, I wonder? RFK
How you
Jim?
doing, Larry? I got to get, you ever take methylene blue?
Oh, yeah, I got to go.
Yeah. No, I haven't. No,
that's Seinfeld, but, he
I
was
like
always.
him. I think he's great.
You like RFK Jr.?
Oh, yeah. To the point, succinct.
He's never gone after Pop-Tarts, has he?
As far as I know, he hasn't gone after. Well, he has.
So there you go. There you go. So yeah, I'm not surprised. Whether he deserves it or not, I'm not surprised. I'm becoming on a daily basis. I am checking out further and further from the daily just onslaught of nonsense. Hey, they call together 800 generals. Nobody knows why. Trump's like, yeah, we'll get good ratings.
Yep.
People want to know why. You see, this is all entertainment. 800 generals. You're right. I don't know if I'm right or you're right, or both of us are right. Because I think they're all getting together because it's like, we want a war with Venezuela. Now you go find us a reason why. But what you said, Tim, was, or some was it?
No,
you,
I
Jim?
said it. That it's
he's looking for loyalty.
Yeah.
Who's loyal and who's not?
When I hear 800 generals, I'm like, we have that many generals?
I didn't even know we had 800 generals.
Half of you are fired.
Is he getting some of them from other countries? Or
Is it exactly strategic to get all these guys in one place?
Yeah, that's probably not the smartest thing in the world to do.
Oh, come on. It's Pete Hegseth, guys. Trust him.
You're getting traded to Canada. We're trading some of you to Canada.
For generals to be named later.
That's right. We're going to have a big draft. Well, not that kind of.
But the whole concept, the whole, it's too much for me. I can't keep up. I know MAGA loves it. They wake up every day. Good for you. Have fun. Have fun. Country's screwed.
One of my
anyway.
MAGA buddies said, he's like, it's like Christmas every morning when I look at the news. And I'm like, really?
Yeah, because he doesn't care about the country itself. What he cares about is these
Winning.
damn Democrats have been kicking up, and it's true, because they had the media on their side.
They still do.
And they were allowed to have, the media's, all these Republicans probably are racist, and they probably all do hate, full of hate and all that. And I get it. For years, Republicans are like, why don't we ever fight back? Well, the Democrats get, and so now it's all about that. We found the person who will fight back, and my guess is your MAGA friend. What's the age?
He's my age.
Okay, how's he doing financially?
Good.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, he's kind of involved in the finance world.
Yeah. So if you're doing well, then it's okay. The whole thing can be about, hey, we found a fighter and he's fighting back and he's giving them the stuff that we've been taking for so long because, as I always bring up, you're not living in an apartment complex with 2 kids, a dog, a wife, and a 2-bedroom.
Can I tell you?
That isn't your life. So to you, politics is about, giving it to them the way they've been giving it to us.
You know what hurts people's brains? When you say, I don't think Jimmy Kimmel should have been forced off the air, and I don't think people should be kicked off of Twitter.
Yeah.
And they can't understand.
No, they can understand.
Pick one side.
No, they can understand. They know deep down what you're saying, but they're too invested, and they're on a team. And if their team's winning, they're not going to say anything bad about the team. Alex Williams says it's raining on 75 and 575. What are you doing, the weather now?
The rain impacts the traffic, that is for sure, Eric, and we're seeing the results of that. 575 southbound. Pretty rough this afternoon. Seen some heavy rain around Woodstock, and it's got 575 on and off the brakes from Sixes Road down into Kennesaw. 75 both north and southbound, also sluggish between Ackworth and Marietta. If you're traveling 75 south out of Marietta trying to get down to Truist Park in 285, those right lanes lanes are bunching up passing Windy Hill Road. Not a fun one on the Stone Mountain Freeway this afternoon, Andrew Seco.
Not at all. Looking only one left lane getting by here in the jam cam. Couple fire department trucks here on scene. Trying to get this RV back upright. Highway 78 eastbound towards Mountain Industrial. Do yourself a favor. Avoid the area. Take Memorial Drive or Highway 29. Traffic brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air. Stop paying for expensive heating and air repairs or home warranties. Get a reliable protection plan for just $14.99 a month and enjoy 100% parts and labor coverage for any age, system, make, or model. Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
Hey, skip the hassles of traditional home sales and sell your home quickly with the guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. Now, there's no showings, no open houses, and that means no stress for you. Hey, your friend Sean Hannity here. With the guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate, you can skip the stress, make the most money, and close in as little as 21 days. Now, listen to their client Jerry's experience. Quote, we needed to move quickly, and we were worried that the process would be lengthy and that we'd spend a lot of money on repairs. Mark Spain Real Estate got us an offer in just 3 days and over the asking price. It was amazing. I can't thank Mark Spain Real Estate enough. Now, Mark Spain Real Estate is the most experienced real estate team in the U.S., and you can trust them to sell your home fast and for maximum profit. Now, find out what your guaranteed cash offer would be with no obligation. Just go to markspain.com. Get your guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
The Lloyd Advisory Group has a question for you. Is your retirement inflation-proof? Here's what we mean. In retirement, chances are you're on a fixed income with unpredictable expenses. So how do you not run out of money when the cost of just about everything continues to go up? You inflation-proof it. Financial advisor Mark Lloyd and the team at Lloyd Advisory Group can show you ways to help fight inflation so it doesn't outpace your income. Call us today at 770-766-5611. Inflation can take a huge chunk out of your retirement savings, but it doesn't have to. With some simple planning, inflation can go from being a major disruption to a minor annoyance. Call Mark Lloyd and the team at Lloyd Advisory Group now to start inflation-proofing your retirement today. 770-766-5611. That's 770-766-5611. Insurance products and services are offered through the Lloyd Advisory Group. Investing involves risk, including the potential loss of principal.
Those noises coming from your attic. What the heck's going on up there? Scratching, gnawing, grinding, scampering. It's a gray squirrel housewarming party and good time jamboree in your attic, and you weren't invited. Better call Breda to kick those squirrels out. Dave Baker here for Breda Pest Management. Getting wildlife out of your home is challenging. You need a pro to do the job right. Breda will send a highly trained wildlife expert to secure all the entry points, trap and remove the squirrels, dispose of their nesting, plus disinfect and deodorize. You know, it'll be like they were never there. And under the Breda Wildlife Guarantee, you stay protected. If any squirrels return, you're covered at no additional cost, and you'll never be hit with an annual increase. Breda Pest Management. They handle bugs and critters. BREDApets.com.
Breda, Breda, no need to be afraid of bugs.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 4:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News sponsored by D. Geller & Son Jewelers. Our top local story. It is breaking news. A Fulton County jury finds a man guilty in the murder of 8-year-old Secoria Turner in the summer of 2020. WSB's Veronica Waters has been covering this trial and reports live now with more on today's verdict.
Yeah, there were 12 guilty verdicts for 25-year-old Julian Conley today in connection with the shooting death of Secoria Turner on July 4th, 2020. The jury deliberating 7.5 hours over 2 days, finding Conley guilty of murder, felony murder, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, and criminal damage to property in the first degree, as well as possession of a firearm during commission of a felony. The other 7 charges on his indictment were not guilty, and those were all violation of Street Game Terrorism Act charges. Interestingly enough, defense attorney Arnold Regas had acknowledged during closing arguments that Julian Conley is a member of the gang, but he says clearly that that was not something that proved that he was doing these actions in light of gang membership and furtherance of status in that gang. And so the jury apparently believed what the defense had to say and acquitted him of all the street gang charges. Now we have been hearing victim impact statements, Bill, as the judge prepares for sentencing. And of course, these are very emotional. We heard first from Sequoia Turner's father, Secory Williamson, who simply asked Judge Rochelle Carnicel to sentence Julian Conley to the max. He says he should pay for what he did to my daughter. She was innocent and she didn't deserve that. And then Charmaine Turner got back in front of the judge for the second time during this trial. Of course, she testified during the trial, but she says she believes that Conley did not show any remorse and they didn't bother anyone on July 4th, but her baby died. She believes also that the defense made up so many lies. In her words, how could you lie, she says, when it comes to kids? We didn't do anything to anybody. My baby loved life. She loved her family. And she also asked Judge Carnicel to sentence Julian Conley to the max. Now, more emotion from the defense's side, as we heard from Robin Conley for the first time. She is the mother of Julian Conley. And I do want to point out that we learned in closing arguments that according to the defense, Julian Conley comes from a law enforcement family. His parents have had careers in law enforcement. So Ms. Robin Conley got up and told the judge in a heartfelt statement how she understands and recognizes the gravity of this moment, and she knows that the judge has heavy responsibility. She says on the night of July 4th, 2020, Julian's determination was to go down there and support people that people felt had been wronged in the community over some years. He was actually named, she says, after the late Congressman and Ambassador Julian Bond. She talked about how she has prayed with Charmaine Turner and acknowledged the death of Sequoia, expressing her own sadness about the girl's death. She also asked the judge to consider fairness in her sentencing. And she says she has been in law enforcement for a long time, is a person who believes in justice, but also that justice involves recognizing the whole person. She asked the judge to give him a sentence that would reflect not just the consequences of his actions that night, but a future where he has possibilities despite what has happened. So we're waiting for Judge Rochelle Carnicel to come back on the bench and make her decision. Of course, a life sentence in Georgia is mandatory after any conviction of murder, which means a minimum of serving 30 years before you're eligible for parole. Now, we will see whether Judge Carnicel sentences him to life with or without the possibility of parole on any or all of those 3 murder convictions that he has, and whether those aggravated assault and other charges will be sort of added consecutively or if they will fold into those larger counts of murder. So stay with us. We'll of course keep you up to date as this develops. Reporting live in Atlanta, Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
It is now 4:34 on 95.5 WSB, and it is time now for live team coverage of traffic and weather, and Triple Team Traffic begins with Alex Williams.
Still watching the travel advisory out towards Stone Mountain rollover crash. They almost have it cleaned up, but still just a left lane getting by right now. Highway 78 eastbound, Mountain Industrial Boulevard, exit number 4. East Ponce and Memorial Drive are your best alternates there. I wouldn't even think about La Vista Road or Highway 29. Elsewhere on the south side, they just are wrapping up trouble. It's been in the center lane, Clayton County, 75 northbound at I-285, exit number 238. And watching the brake light battle through downtown, it's Andrew Seco.
Looking a lot like a parking lot right now. LX 75, 85 north and south. The usual problems, the jam spot from East Point all the way up through the heart of Midtown, getting past it into Buckhead. We did have some merge madness, 75, 85 south on the ramp to I-20, exit 247. That just moved off to the right shoulder. Already seeing the improvements through the heart of the city. From the Coolray Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
This is WSB meteorologist Christina Upwards. Partly to mostly cloudy this evening with off and on rain showers and a few thunderstorms moving through. Lows tonight in the mid-60s. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, a few pop-up storms possible, high 81. Partly cloudy skies on Sunday, morning lows in the mid-60s, daytime highs in the low 80s.
Scattered rain showers around Metro Atlanta showing up now on Storm Tracker radar. Some heavy rain right now in North Cobb, extending into southern Cherokee County. It's 82 in Norcross, 83 in Smyrna, 79 in Fayetteville. More news at 5 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Ashley Frasca, host of Green and Growing for Atlanta's premium sod supplier, NG Turf. Get farm fresh, high quality quality sod, including Zeon Zoysia and Tiff Tough Bermuda, delivered direct from NG Turf, your premium sod provider. ngturf.com.
My name is Maria. Okay, I lied, it's Mary. But I'm feeling more European after my European-style holiday on MSC Cruises. The ristoranti, I mean restaurants, nightlife and shops in La Galleria, and of course, American touches, like a sports bar and water slides. Ah, bellissimo. Okay, this is a problem.
Book now and save up to 30% off, plus kids sale free. MSC Cruises. Let's holiday. To book, visit msccruises.com or contact your travel advisor. Restrictions apply. Ships registered in Panama and Malta.
You worked hard for your 401k, but if you've left your job, your money might be sitting in the wrong hands. I'm Jeff Jr. with Trajan Wealth, and it's very possible that the 401k that you have had for years has hidden fees and limited investment choices. But if you're no longer with the company, that 401k may be at the mercy of your former employer. All of these things could be costing you thousands. Rolling over your 401k into an IRA can provide better investment options that align with your long-term goals. At Trajan Wealth, we're fiduciary advisors that are held to a higher standard with no hidden agenda and no hidden fees. Don't let your retirement dollars sit in an old plan, and don't roll it over to your new plan without consulting Trajan Wealth first. Call 404-390-4000. That's 404-390-4000.
Advisory services are offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
At Shane Company, we've been engagement ring experts for almost 100 years. We have the largest selection of diamonds and gemstones in stock. You don't have to wait to compare them side by side. Find the one that speaks to you at shaneco.com or in store. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
Man, looking up at the monitor, I think old Scaramucci had a facelift or two.
Little Brotox.
Is he a friend of CNN now? Because is he against Trump now, or is he?
Oh, he has been ever since he got let go.
Well, he was like, what was he?
He was their
was
go-to
he spokesperson
guy.
or
He
something?
was the press person.
Yeah, for 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a week.
He was so outrageous for a week when he went on news that even Trump had to go, all right, get out of here.
Then he turned on him.
Well, that's what always happens. You're on one side or you're on the other.
What about
That's
that
the way it goes.
Avenatti? Remember him? They're going to run him for president.
Oh,
Is
isn't he in prison
Yeah,
now?
he's still in prison.
What was his name?
Michael Avenatti.
Michael Avenatti. He was on CNN like 800. He was Stormy Daniels' lawyer.
Yeah.
And The View loved him because he was anti-Trump, and people wanted him to run for president. He turned out to be a complete scam artist.
I remember going to a Halloween party and somebody was dressed up as them.
Because he's a hero.
He was.
He's a hero. Well, that's because people are dumb. What are you gonna do?
I called him out. I was like, you really a political icon?
The
Really?
thing you need to understand is that people have a need to follow. Most people have a need to follow a leader and have heroes. And
Or
if they're not,
sheroes.
or sheroes, and if they're not actual, then people will make them up because they need them. Why do you think that Marvel thing ran on so long? I love the fact that people, what's wrong with Marvel? Okay, a lot of things, but the fact that it's been going on now for 20 some odd years, maybe people are tired of it. But then again, I'm no Hollywood mogul. What would I know? People aren't going to good superhero movies now. They're tired of them. Was there this idea for a while that you just can't make too many superhero movies?
Or shows.
Or shows. What is half of Disney Plus?
Disney
Marvel
Plus,
shows?
And then the ones that are on, Warner Brothers products that are on other things.
Yeah. Is that the DC stuff?
Yeah.
Which always struggles.
Peacemaker's pretty good. I haven't watched the second season, but I liked the first one.
There's-
But in my head, I'm like, why do we need more?
Well, if it's good, there's one scene in the new Superman where John Cena, the Peacemaker's, and it's hilarious.
Yeah.
It made me think, maybe I want to check that out. What are you looking at me like that for, George? You got to look. You have skepticism on your face.
We should refuse to watch any of it. We should just boycott the superhero stuff. Even
What
if it's
about the
sorta
Amazon
good. We
show
just need
with
them
the-
to change their model?
The Gen V people. That show's pretty good.
I'm not even familiar with that one.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that, but I'm not really familiar with it
It's
either.
pretty cool. It's about a corporation that invented something that turns people into superheroes, and they're, of course, an evil corporation.
So they're creating villains.
Yes.
And is there another corporation like Palantir that comes along and takes them out?
I don't think so.
Is Super Alex Karp? Yes, Excelsior.
I'll live forever.
Excelsior. What did I say? Excelsior. Excelsior.
Hello, true believers.
I'm Alex Karp, and I'm gonna bomb everybody. I'm gonna kill your neighbors. They're innocent, but I'm gonna get you. Palantir Man.
Coming to a theater near you.
And then you find out at the end, what a twist. It turned out they were the villain the whole time. What a twist. Never let the innocent get in the way. I know people are getting a little annoyed, like I always bring up when we talk about policy and economics. And I always bring up, living in an apartment complex with 2 kids, a spouse, a
dog.
Pet. Yeah, a pet, dog or cat, something. But that's where I come from. I mean, that to me, if that section of society is doing well, the people above them are doing well, and the people below them are doing better and have a ladder up. That was how I grew up. I grew up in the lower I've done well in my life. I'm happy about that. Grew up lower socioeconomic apartment complexes, and I just can't imagine living like that now with the way that policies are, economies are. You got to subscribe to everything. All the fact that major corporations or CEOs, the people at the top, they always wanted to make money. Absolutely, they should make money. That's what you're in business to make money. But now it's like, it seems like they wake up every day and actually go to war with the middle class. Yeah, have you heard what's going on with Duke Energy in North Carolina? I think the governor vetoed this, but it's probably going to come back around, and it's happening all around. This AI nonsense. People need to stop thinking about their stupid culture. You know what I was going to say?
Stuff.
Culture stuff. Because that is fabricated to keep you from noticing what's going on. I mean, Sam Altman and Elon Musk have enough money. If they want to build the infrastructure for AI in the future, let them do it and let them reap the rewards if they come up with all kinds of products that we want. I don't remember me having to build the internet. Do you?
Nope.
Do you remember in the 70s and the 80s being told, well, we got to divert this and all your money because we've got to win the internet race? We didn't even know it was coming. It was like a thing in the military, DARPA, right? And then some companies got involved, IBM, I think, and a few others started playing around with it. They created these few things. And then somewhere in the 80s, it kind of opened up to the public. But I don't remember being told that, well, we got to build this in, we got to beat China to the internet and blah, 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 blah. Let them build it. These data centers that are being built take so much electricity. Not even talk about the water, because it all has to be cooled. Takes so much electricity. And this is happening. This is a story I just read about with Duke Energy. I believe the governor vetoed what came out of Congress. Democrats and Republicans, all corporate, got their noses right up the rear ends of all their corporate masters. So the idea is, you know the way that Georgia says, hey, if you come make films here, we'll give you a break. Well, now states want data centers. And so data centers take a lot of power. And our grid is, kind of weird, kind of wobbly. A lot of us have become disillusioned with the solar stuff and all that. How much is that giving us? I don't know. But that's starting to be pared back a little bit. And so when states are trying to make deals with these big companies, the same way we made a deal with Hollywood to come here and make movies, part of the incentive is, well, first of all, we'll raise the prices of electricity on everybody else, so you don't have to pay for all of this build out, right? And they want people to pay for actually building all of the infrastructure, right? And then here's the part on top of it. And again, I think that the governor of North Carolina vetoed this the first time around. The cherry on top is that people, God, I'm losing my train of thought here. It's like that people will have to, what is it, George?
You're talking about power or pay for the...
No, I know what I'm talking about. Damn it, I just lost the cherry on top. It's driving me crazy. I just read this a couple of stories a few days ago. But basically, it's all on the people to build. Oh, here it is. The cherry on top is that they're being guaranteed that if there's ever a need for either the residents get the electricity or the data centers get the electricity, they're being guaranteed that the blackouts and the brownouts and the rollouts will go on the residents and the data centers will be protected. and we'll never have to worry about their electrical supply. So we're building it, our tax money, everything. Electric bills are going through the roof, are starting to go up, and the reason is because of all of this build out that needs to happen so that this electricity can be provided for these data centers. And again, let's go back to how does this help the person living in an apartment complex, 2 kids, a pet, spouse? How does it help that person? That's what government's supposed to be about. Because when those people are doing well, everyone else is doing well. When are people going to stand up? We're just going to pay for all of this AI nonsense, even though we know half of us are going to lose our jobs because of it? I don't know if we know that, but we certainly do have notions of it.
Well, at least when the power's out and we're down to our cell phone battery, we can use ChatGPT or Grok. Or
That's right.
things.
They'll help us out.
We'll at least
yeah,
have
exactly.
That. How do I survive a flood?
Don't worry, you've got this.
But I mean, CNN will have another panel in 10 minutes about was it bullying? Most people have no idea that this is going on. It's outrageous. Why do we have to pay for the AI infrastructure when Sam Altman's going to get richer than he already is? When Elon Musk is going to get richer than he already is? It's not going to do anything for me. We don't even know if we're going to get any products out of it that we even want. I think I do get why people aren't standing up. They don't know. They've been so brainwashed to think about the latest culture war BS. Why should you pay for that? Why should you pay higher electric bill prices so that Sam Altman and Elon Musk and all of these bizarre Peter Thiel types who's out there telling people that anybody who shows up that tries to regulate AI is possibly the Antichrist?
Or could lead to.
Yeah.
Isn't that interesting? That the person we have to watch out for being the Antichrist is the person that can hurt Peter Thiel's bottom line. What a coincidence. These are insane lunatics. And they're running everything, and they go to sleep at night thinking, yes, the average person should pay for this build out so that I can be the king of the world on top of AI. All right, we're running late. Alex Williams says there's a crash on 285 South near the airport.
Yeah, that's right, Eric. We got that one on the Jam Cam. Hero's got his cones out in the right lane. 285 southbound, the outer loop, Highway 166, Langford Parkway, exit 5, slowing back up toward Cascade Road. Before that's where the real brake lights are, though. 285 westbound, Ashford Dunwoody Road, trying to get over to I-75 and Truist Park. And we got a crash in DeKalb County on the 285 eastbound inner loop ramp to I-85 northbound. That blocks the left lane. 285 south stays packed in through Tucker and Clarkston, getting down to a troublesome Stone Mountain Freeway. Andrew Seco.
Looks like they are starting to pick those cones, though, up, Alex. Highway 78 eastbound towards Mountain Industrial Boulevard, but that brake light battle still taking you all the way back towards 285. Do yourself a favor. Avoid the area. Take Memorial Drive. From the Cool Area Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
It pays to have the WSB radio app. Download it today and get ready for the Blitz.
The WSB 5K a day bonus blitz. 5 chances every weekday to win $1,000.
$1,000 on WSB.
The WSB 5K a day bonus blitz.
Your next chance to win is at 5 p.m.
That is awesome.
From 95.5 WSB.
Download the WSB radio app now.
It's the Love Your Home Minute from TE Certified. Hi, it's Chris Chandler with Josh, the local owner of TE Certified Electrical Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. You know him. That's him you see jumping out of the back of their trucks. Josh, what should I be doing to love my home right now?
Seasonal HVAC maintenance.
About that time.
Absolutely. Our HVAC systems work hard for us all year round, and every once in a while we need to show them a little love too. So we need to come out, change your filters, clean the drain line, check all the electrical and gas connections, check the refrigerant, and make sure the settings are in tip-top shape for this season. This is going to make you more comfortable in your home. This is going to help you save energy, and of course it's going to keep you from having any of those bad breakdowns that happen at the worst time.
So it keeps you comfy for sure. What are some of the other benefits of the seasonal maintenance?
Well, absolutely, it's going to save money because an efficient system is going to use less energy as it runs.
All right, excellent, Josh. I am so glad I had TE maintain my system. It certainly helped me love my home.
TE Certified, we love your home.
Barry Manilow.
Looks like we made it.
The last Duluth concert. Barry Manilow. See him performing all the hits for one night only. Barry Manilow at Gas South Arena, Friday, January 16th. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com.
Hey, it's your buddy Shelley Winter here, co-host of The Car Guys with my good friend and brother Kevin Deutsch from Butler Lexus of South Atlanta. Whatever you want to know about buying, selling, leasing, or maintaining a vehicle, Kevin has your answers.
That's right, Shelley. For over 40 years, I've sold, leased, fixed, and financed pretty much every make and model. I've seen it all. If you have any car questions, we'll have the answers every Saturday at noon.
It's The Car Guys, Saturdays at noon on 95.5 WSB, brought to you by Butler Lexus of South Atlanta.
Light and bright interior spaces are a top trend in home design.
It's Ted and Jonathan from North Georgia Replacement Windows. You can paint all the white you want, but it won't brighten your home more than natural light. Let the light in.
Brighten your home with more daylight and bigger views with Infinity from Marvin fiberglass windows.
Your detailed window installation will be quick, clean, and hassle-free.
Window and door shopping made simple.
Infinity from Marvin, replacement windows, yeah!
Another accident? What happened?
Our truck driver got cut off, and they're getting blamed. No witnesses, no proof, and insurance is skyrocketing.
Wait, our drivers shouldn't take the blame for this?
Exactly why we need Samsara. Their AI dashcam show real-time video proving when our drivers aren't at fault.
So we protect our drivers and avoid false claims?
Yep. Companies using Samsara have exonerated their drivers and saved millions on insurance.
Protect your drivers and your bottom line at Samsara.com. Samsara. Operate smarter.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
You know, a lot of times you have to choose between something high quality or something that saves you money. But what if you could get both? Why not? Especially when it comes to healthcare, and that is Medi-Share. You get both. Many families save $500 a month with Medi-Share, and that's huge, but it's also true that people wind up way more satisfied, too. And we know this from research of members. There's a lot they like about Medi-Share, but especially they love being part of something they believe in. And Medi-Share works, too. It has for more than 30 years. There are hundreds of thousands of members who love having telehealth if they need it. They love the huge PPO network. So, yeah, really, you could save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or you're part of the gig economy or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now and get a price in 2 minutes. Here's the number. Call 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE. 855-51-BIBLE.
Sorry, it just gets me going that people don't understand this. These AI mavens are stealing from you. They're stealing your tax money. And now they're going to charge you more for your electric bill so that you can pay for the build out of their AI future that they are going to reap the rewards from, not you. If there's any good products that come out of it, it's going to cost an arm and a leg, and you're going to have to pay that as well. Usually when you invest in something, you get like best price on the other side. It's not going to happen this time. Everybody, drop your favorite billionaire right now. On the left, on the right. You want a future in this country? At this moment, drop your favorite billionaire. None of them gives a damn about you. Not one of them. Not one of them. All right, now we got to have, I was going to say we're going to have fun. Well, we'll have fun. George's going to come in and talk about the law. It'll be fun.
That's fun.
It's fun.
It's fun.
Talk about the law, right?
Mr. Fun.
And even better than that, we can give some stuff away.
Oh, is that what you would like to do?
I mean, I'd like to do that. I think the audience would like it too.
I can't imagine growing up in the 70s in an apartment complex and not being allowed to go outside and play with my friends for a year. What have we done to this country? I can't imagine it. I just can't imagine it. And now we have people growing up like, oh, yeah, that's the way it is.
Yeah.
Sometimes I tell you can't go outside. All right, let's give some stuff away. And I have to find the right paperwork here, but here it is. 2 4-day passes to the 2025 Motul Petit Le Mans, October 8th through 11th at Michelin Raceway Road, Atlanta. Be caller number 10 to 404-872-0750. Tickets are on sale right now at Ticketmaster.com. Alex Williams says 75 is slow in Kennesaw.
Yeah, this is right where we've been seeing some of the rainfall, Eric. In 75 northbound, you're seeing the brake lights leaving Highway 5 stay sluggish up toward Wade Green Road, and some southbound delays leaving Lake Allatoona trying to cross over Highway 92, exit 277 in Ackworth. 85 northbound out of the cab in Gwinnett County, on and off that brake pedal from 285 up through Norcross. Checking the ride on I-20 with the help of Andrew Seco.
Got some extra brake lights. We usually don't see this point in the afternoon. I-20 eastbound packing in, leaving 285 in your way towards Evans Mill Road, exit 74, and getting by the theme park. Just a couple extra brake lights. East and westbound, you're slow from Riverside Parkway over towards Lee Road, exit 41. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Hey, if you're bringing some friends over to tailgate this fall or cook out or having the family for Thanksgiving later, do what I've just done and call Wise Guys Pro Wash. They've gotten my house and driveway, my patio spotless, even the wooden gates out back. They even cleaned the roof, and I didn't even have to be there. The crew used the top equipment in the industry in their soft wash and kept my home safe and damage-free. You call them. First-time customers mention my name, Chris Chandler, and book now to get $70 off your first wash at wiseguysprowash.com.
When my wife and I got married after both graduating law school, we didn't have 2 nickels to rub together. Ultima had to give me her gas card just to drive home. We never could have imagined that one day we would have the largest injury firm in the world and $25 billion in money collected and counting. As good Catholics, we had 4 children fast. They all work in the firm today. Our family protecting yours. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. But our greatest gift was years away, grandchildren. Today we have 6 and counting. It's the greatest joy that we have ever experienced. I think about them all day long. Our family promises to protect your family should you need us. Call us. It's easy. Visit forthepeople.com and make sure you hug your grandchildren. God's final gift to us. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Injured? Dial Pound Law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
If you've ever organized your closet only to have it look like a bomb went off in there 1 month later, then it's time to call Artisan Custom Closets. Dave Baker here with a custom spacious closet from Artisan. You'll never have to deal with all that clutter again. ArtisanCustomClosets.com.
Hi, I'm Lacey, your friend and jeweler at Shane Company. And yes, I'm actually a jeweler. I bring dream engagement rings to life every day in our jeweler's workshop. When I hand set your diamond into your ring, I think about creating a piece you'll wear for a lifetime. I pay attention to the smallest details and treat every ring with the same care and craftsmanship, no matter the size or price. Come check us out at your nearby store. Our engagement rings are made with love from our hands to yours, because a friend knows your love deserves the highest quality. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
That nagging joint pain, you know what I'm talking about. Sometimes it's from years of hard work. Sometimes it's an old injury that just never healed right. Either way, it's been calling the shots in your life for too long. But that stops right now. I'm Mark Airman. QC Kinetics is here to flip that script. They use regenerative medicine, advanced cellular treatments that help your body heal and restore the damage in your joints, not cover it up, not cut it out, actually helping heal and restore. And the results, long-term, lasting relief. QC Kinetics, no surgery, no drugs, no long recovery, just a smarter, natural way to get your freedom back. Bring your MRIs, your x-rays, and they'll make sure you're a good candidate. Your first consultation, it's free, friends, so there's no reason to wait. Call QC Kinetics, 770-285-8026. That's 770-285-8026. Decatur, Lawrenceville, Sandy Springs, Marietta, Stockbridge, and Douglasville. Appointments available on Saturday. 770-285-8026.
WSB Atlanta, WSB BFM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's news and talk. News, weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's news and talk.
At 5 o'clock, I'm Bill Caiaccio with our top local story. The verdict is in for the man on trial in Fulton County for the 2020 murder of 8-year-old Secoria Turner. WSB's Veronica Waters reports live with details on today's verdict.
Julian Conley, now 25 years old. He was 19 at the time. This happened on July 4th, 2020. Finds himself convicted of 12 counts of his 19-count indictment, including murder, felony murder, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, and possession of a firearm. And possession of a firearm and commission of a felony, as well as criminal damage to property charges. All of his non-guilty verdicts came on street gang terrorism accounts, although the defense acknowledged that Conley is a member of a gang. We had some emotional sentencing today, Bill, as the victim impact statements from Secoria Turner's father, Secory Williamson, and her mother, Charmaine Turner, who was in the vehicle with her that night. It drove by an illegal barricade on University Avenue. Both of them asked Fulton County Superior Court Judge Rochelle Carnesale to sentence Julian Conley to the max. That is almost what she did, as she does say that she would not sentence him to a bunch of stacked sentences today because Julian Conley had comported himself so well throughout this trial, but she did in total give him a sentence of life without parole plus 25 years. Most of the other convictions that she did sentence him on were to run concurrent with his sentence. There were a couple that would be consecutive to each other, but mostly it's life without parole plus 25 years in total. We also heard from Julian Conley's mother, Robin, who talked about her lifetime in law enforcement as with her husbands as well. She said they believe in justice and they believe in seeing the whole person. She made sure to say that she had acknowledged the death of Secoria Turner with Secoria's mom, Charmaine. They had prayed together. And after she asked the judge for lenience and giving her son a future that would allow him to take responsibility for his actions, but also still have good possibilities ahead, she did say that she turned actually to the courtroom and did say to the family and friends of Secoria Turner how sorry she was and how her family's hearts and hers will be with them always. Now, we did just hear from Ms. Conley outside the courthouse, Bill, in which she says they will be filing an appeal right away. She doesn't agree with the jury's verdict, she says. She doesn't see what they saw. Now, one reporter asked her whether or not her son bears any responsibility. She says she's not saying that he doesn't share any of the blame, but she also says we should start at the top. Look at the city. She blames Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms, she says, at that time for not having the police down there taking over. She says people were only down there taking up arms because they felt neglected by the police and had heard that Klansmen would be coming into this area where there were protesters. She also put some of the blame on Omar Ivory, who was Charmaine Turner's boyfriend at the time, who actually drove around that barricade. In her words, if you see a bunch of armed people, why are you going to drive that way? Again, Julian Conley convicted of 12 of the 19 counts on his indictment for the fatal shooting of Secoria Turner. He has been sentenced to life without parole plus 25 years. Interestingly enough, that's the same sentence that the state offered him just weeks ago, which he turned down in a plea deal. Reporting live in Atlanta, Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
It is now 82 degrees in Atlanta, and it's time now for live team coverage of traffic and weather. And Triple Team Traffic begins now with Alex Williams.
Better news heading out to Stone Mountain, Bill. They have cleared that crash. Everything back open on the Stone Mountain Freeway, Highway 78 eastbound and Mountain Industrial Boulevard. Those delays improving from I-285. 285 southbound. The inner loop has not improved, though. That is still packed in from I-85 down through Tucker and into Clarkston. Speaking of, we got a crash in the left lane of the 285 eastbound inner loop ramp to I-85 northbound there in DeKalb County. Once you get past that, it's just some moderate volume, some scattered brake lights up into Norcross and Duluth. Still watching them packed in, though, through downtown, Andrew Seco.
The usual brake lights this point in the afternoon. We are moving at a snail's pace. 75, 85 north and southbound. Jam leaving East Point all the way up into Midtown. Either direction, you're slow trying to get anywhere. And forward to northbound, some extra brake lights. Something might be jamming up getting towards Lenox Road, exit number 2. From the Coolray Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast, sponsored by Shoemate, the official plumber of Atlanta. Here's meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Partly to mostly cloudy this evening with hit or miss rain showers and a few thunderstorms rolling through. Lows tonight in the mid-60s. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, a few pop-up storms possible, high 81. Sunday, drying out with a mix of sun and clouds. Morning lows in the mid-60s, daytime high 83. Monday and Tuesday, partly cloudy skies. Morning lows in the mid-60s, daytime highs in the upper 70s to low 80s.
Storm Tracker radar right now shows some scattered rain showers around the metro area, mainly on the north side of town right now. We've got some rain in North Cobb, also in extending into southern Cherokee County, also some rain in North Fulton and Forsyth County. It is 80 degrees in Stone Mountain, 79 in Mableton, 76 in Hampton. More news at 5:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Hour 3 of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins with some business to be taken care of. First of all, congratulations to Robert Venson of Sharpsburg. Won 2 4-day passes to the 2025 Motul Petit Le Mans, October 8th through the 11th at Michelin Raceway Road, Atlanta. Tickets are on sale right now at Ticketmaster.com. And Hour 3 means that this is the hour you get your keyword for the WSB 5K a day bonus blitz. This hour's keyword is cheer. 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 Go to the WSB Radio app or WSBradio.com/cash for your chance to win $1,000. Again, that keyword is CHEER. Cheer.
Cheer if you win $1,000.
There you go. There it is in a sentence, ladies and gentlemen. You can't ask any more. You cannot ask any more from your favorite afternoon drive time radio show. Oh, maybe we could get a little more. How about adding a little George Stein? Huh? Let's see if George Stein can help us get to the legal underpinnings of, well, some stories are actually law stories, but some stories you don't realize that there's an underpinning of law going on underneath it. We dig down into it with George Stein. How are you this week?
I'm doing good.
It's
always great to be here.
It's always great to have you here. You're always hygienic. You always.
I take a shower every day.
Well, me too. But I mean, but you always your hair is always. You're one of those people I know that you get a haircut like every 3 weeks or something because you got to be in front of judges and juries and things like that, right?
That's right. Yeah.
What is it? Yeah, I always wanted to be one of the 3-week haircut people.
Yeah,
I never made it into that club.
Well, you always want the jury to listen to what you're saying, not saying, "Oh, he looks kind of shaggy."
Right. What if you look like a hippie, though? They might think you're one of those liberal lawyers and sympathize with you.
Yeah, that helps.
Well, there are those. You always have like the ponytailed lawyer who's like
the buckskin coat guy, or with the
there's that guy.
The fringe.
But see, you have to have this sort of charisma that overcomes the fact that you're a little bit different or odd, right? There's a way to do that.
Yes, the ponytail lawyers do good with the drug cases.
Yes, they do. I'll bet you they do. Well, they understand it inside and out.
Oh, what about the man bun lawyers? How do they do?
Oh, there are no man bun lawyers. Please tell me there are no man bun lawyers.
In certain jurisdictions, though, they're out there.
So. Hey, bro, my client is totally innocent.
Can we have court outside today?
Objection,
All right, we were just going off on all these things, but I think we cannot ignore the Comey story.
Yeah. I mean, James Comey was indicted on false statement charges. These are 2 charges, right, George?
Also, George,
yes.
One of them something didn't fly with the grand jury, but they came out with 2 charges. All right, so my understanding is the main one is he has admitted that he did give some information to, who was that other guy's name? The other guy who was a controversial prosecutor at the time.
Mueller?
No, he's on CNN all the time. Andrew McCabe. Right?
That's right.
Gave him some stuff. And basically, from his point of view, he's saying, I told him to leak it later, but not then. And maybe he said to Congress that he didn't have any part of it at all. Is that what they're trying to get him on?
I think so, yes. And also, allegedly lying to Congress.
That's what I mean, about that.
About that. So, there's different levels of misrepresenting the truth. There's innocuous ones that don't mean much. But I think, the problem here is when you do it in when you do it, there's stenographers, there's court reporters, they're taking every word down. And if you answer a question that's a sensitive question that's being asked, if you don't couch it with, to the best of my recollection, or I don't recall, but I think it might be this.
Instead, he seems like he got clever and parsed it in kind of a way that he thought was going to protect him.
Yeah, he answered specifically and then doubled down on it later. So
and I should say, as I was setting that up, the information that he gave to McCabe was eventually leaked to the Wall Street Journal.
Yes.
And he's saying, well, I didn't want him to leak it then, but I did. But then wouldn't you be able to come back and say, well, you're not supposed to leak any information about a case?
Yeah, that's true. So,
now I think that this is political. Don't get me wrong. I mean, they had to find something to sink their teeth into. I think that the reason he's really been indicted is because Trump hates him. That's what I think. And Trump feels like he tried to. It's the old, I'm in power now. When you had a little more power or your side had a little more power, you went after me. Now I'm going to go after you. But you have to find something real in the center. And if there's anything real in the center, it is this idea about leaking information to the Wall Street Journal
Right,
and then lying about it.
Well, Trump says it's not about revenge; it's about justice.
Yes, of course. Yes, of course. Revenge has nothing to do with it. He's also going after Letitia James, the Attorney General of New York, who
and he had to
went
lawyer
after
shop.
him. Yeah. Well, a lawyer shop. How about this? What's this lady's name? Halligan. His lawyer for this
is a civil lawyer.
Yeah, she's never argued a case like this in front of a judge ever. Because the other guy who we appointed said, I just don't think we can prosecute this case.
Get him out of there.
Yeah, go.
Need a new guy.
You got to go.
Or gal.
Yeah, or gal. And so he has, this is really kind of it reminds me of the Fonnie Willis, or not who was the guy that she brought in that caused?
Wade?
Yeah.
Oh, Nathan Wade.
Nathan
yeah.
Wade. You're going to try to take down a former president for the first time ever, and this guy's never argued this kind of case before. This feels kind of the same way.
Mm-hmm.
You would want the best. You would want the best people who have done these cases a million times, right?
Well, I think she's got a team behind her that's doing all the research. And
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but we'll see. I mean, the lack of experience is concerning.
Not to Trump, because I think that in reality, he does. I mean, sure, he would love it if somehow Comey went to prison or something. He would love it. But I don't think that that's really even the point, because I don't think that's going to happen. But he's going to have to spend a lot of money. He's going to have to represent himself. It's going to be a big old pain in the behind.
Yeah, well, if he did get convicted, chances are he wouldn't get jail time.
Why is that? Because first offense?
Well, I mean,
Do you go to jail for leaking information? No.
I mean, a lot of people say it's serious. It's a federal crime, so he definitely is facing certain punishments, but they look at your whole record, your lifetime record, which is squeaky clean.
Yeah. Well, Trump says he's evil. Did he say he was evil today? He's evil. He's
Yeah.
he's a bad cop. Bad cop. Been a bad cop for a long time.
Going to jail.
Yeah, whatever. It's just the way the world goes. Let's get to the fun stuff.
All right. Well, a man was sentenced to 14 years for an ATM explosion in Decatur. This was at the DeKalb Mall in Decatur.
Well, he had a pipe bomb, right?
He had a pipe bomb, and he stole $90,000 from the machine.
There's $90,000 in those machines?
And get this, it gets better. He proceeded to gamble it away at a casino in North Carolina.
Wow, what a smart guy.
14 years in prison, right, George?
Yes, they don't mess around when you use explosives. And when they got the warrant to go search his house, they found 8 or 9 assembled pipe bombs.
There were other ATMs in his future.
Yeah.
That's why he was gambling. He's like, well, if I lose, I'll just go blow up another ATM.
Yeah, but it sounds like it was fun while it lasted. Ironically, I know a gentleman that is in charge of fixing ATMs when people trash them and run them, hit them with a backhoe or
Is it
a
usually
bomb.
Right, they're usually trying to get the money out of it.
And it happens more than you think.
Well, I can.
Yeah,
now
probably
that
about once a week in the whole Southeast. He's
Now that I know
got
there's-
to go repair ones.
now that I know there's $90,000 in there.
insane.
I had
It's a
no
lot
idea.
of money. They're hard to get into.
Well, they should be.
Yeah, but I mean, even to get the money out, it's like a safe.
Yeah, so you got to blow it up, ruin some of the money, and take the rest, right? Kind of thing.
Yes.
So I like the fact that he went gambling with it, because he's come into $90,000, but what if I can double it?
Yeah.
This guy has. I think he should get out and maybe do have, because he's an aspirational person. He aspires to do better and more and be successful. $90,000, you'd think most criminals would have just sat on that and said that was a good payday.
There might be an attempt to wash the money, get it through the casino,
get some other money back. Is that how it works?
I don't know.
Well, it sounds to me like you might know, like you might be an expert.
You know a lot about this, George.
It's probably not enough that you'd have to worry about washing it, though, right?
90,000? Well, they're going to be specifically looking for that, and I would imagine if the
Well, it's cash. I mean, I would hope he wouldn't, declare it on his tax returns. But
yeah, so he wants to be able to, like, if he could, even if he lost some of it. Okay, now that I'm thinking the way you're thinking, let's say he ends up walking out of there with $50,000 and he's lost $40,000, but he's walking out with different dollars than he walked in with, right? So that's a way now those dollars that were stolen are in the casino, right? You follow me, George?
I do,
And then
yes.
he's walking out with their money.
What is an ATM mark? The dollars that are in the machine?
I would imagine there's something that says it's
I'm not
ATM
sure about
money.
that. It's a fungibility argument.
Yeah.
So
Yes, it is a fun. Like the fun guy gets on the money, and then the next thing you know, the guy's got a cough, and then the cops go, "You were the one. You were the one."
Got it.
Busted.
right.
All right. Hershey's has won a lawsuit claiming its Reese's Halloween candies aren't spooky enough.
Ooh.
So this is a big deal. This came out of Florida.
This went to court.
Yes.
This went
It's
to
an important
court.
case.
It's a big deal.
Is there no filter on what can actually make it to the bench? My goodness. All right. Well,
listen,
who wanted to be? My children weren't frightened by this?
It was like misrepresentation. The cover of it showed like a pumpkin with the eyes cut out and the mouth like a jack-o'-lantern. However, when you opened it, the consumer sadly found that, it was just the shape of a chocolate pumpkin.
I see.
There were no eyes and no smile on it.
Okay, but
I was looking for fear, not chocolate.
yeah, I get what they're saying. They thought it would look a little different than it looked like on the package. But I guess that's an animated thing. And why does Hershey's win on that? Why don't they have
because
a case?
they said the court in its infinite wisdom said that it still was chocolate. It still tasted like chocolate. It still had the peanut butter filling.
Yeah.
It still was shaped like a pumpkin. So that, it was just a slight misrepresentation.
And they also had the precedent of Plessy versus Casper the Ghost. It wasn't nearly as scary as most ghosts are supposed to be. Alex Williams says there's a travel advisory on 285 in Doraville.
Yeah, really nasty crash here, Eric. One car on its side, another one, the roof is basically completely smashed in. 285 eastbound, the inner loop just before Buford Highway, exit 32. Right now, cars are getting by in the right lane, but it is quickly stacking up back into Dunwoody. Best way to get around this one is take Georgia 400 southbound to I-85 northbound as your alternate. Still watching a crash over on the west side perimeter heading to the airport, right lane block, 285 southbound, the outer loop. We're going to go right at Highway 166 Langford Parkway, and we're going to check the ride on I-20 with the help of Andrew Seco.
Couple extra brake lights getting by the theme park. We usually don't see this point in the afternoon. I-20 westbound packing in, leaving Riverside Parkway, jammed on the way to Lee Road at exit 41. You may want to consider Highway 78 as a fast track if you're in a little bit of a hurry. Inside the perimeter, working well, a little slow merging on the connector. But the brake light battle leaving 285 towards the Mall of Stonecrest, taking you all the way to Evans Mill Road, exit 74. This is sponsored by Whole Foods Market. Save on fall favorites now through September 30th at Whole Foods Market, your headquarters for pumpkin spice delights. All the flavors of fall and more. From the Cool Ray Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
WSB is your home of the dog.
Lobs it up, caught by Humphreys.
Tune in tomorrow as number 5 Georgia faces off with the 17th ranked Crimson Tide.
30, 20, far sideline, 10.
Pre-game coverage starts tomorrow afternoon at 3:30.
Sideline.
Kickoff at 7:30.
Pylon.
Only on your home of the dogs, 95.5 WSB.
Touchdown! Touchdown!
Brought to you in part by Hoffman Financial Group, official partner of the Georgia Bulldogs.
Hey everyone, it's your buddy Shelly Winter here. Join me this Saturday at noon for the Car Guys with Kevin Deutsch from Butler Lexus of South Atlanta. Buy or lease, fix or sell, everything you want to know about cars, we will cover Saturday noon to 1 right here on 95.5 WSB.
I'm here with Chris Hoffman, the founder of Hoffman Financial Group and host of Money Unleashed. Chris, with all the things we're reading, seeing, and living through these days, from rate cuts, election season, and now a new administration, now seems like a great time to make sure we have that comprehensive plan in place, you know, the one that covers all our financial bases.
There are occasions throughout the year where I feel like it's critical for people to engage their financial lives and get the information that they deserve from a financial advisory team. And this is one of those times, to be quite frank. So we ask that you call us if you have a minimum of $500,000 in your full portfolio. But we're going to do away with that minimum so that those folks can have an equal opportunity to understand what's in their portfolio as well. Now, you have to have some money, right? I can't help you to build your wealth at work, right? But I sure can help, I believe, with your 401k, IRA management. There's probably 2 or 3 things that'll surprise you that you may want to take action on. So the next 10 people that call in will work up either a portfolio x-ray, or if you feel like you need a full retirement plan, go to unleashyourmoney.com, click on portfolio x-ray, or click on full retirement plan. We think you'll be impressed enough, and we want you to become a client. There's no question about it. We believe that we are a very competent fiduciary advisory team, and we want to offer that to our listeners. Let Hoffman Financial Group actually show you how we perform, and I believe we perform at the pinnacle of this industry.
Call the Hoffman Financial Group at 404-737-3858, 404-737-3858, or online at unleashyourmoney.com. Investment advisory services offered through Brookstone Wealth Advisors, a registered investment advisor. Insurance and annuities offered through Hoffman Financial Group Incorporated, Georgia Insurance License number 163546.
2 homes, same street, practically twins. One sells fast for top dollar. The other still sitting around like it forgot to shower. So what happened? Hey, it's Eric Von Hessler. Well, the first seller went old school. Traditional agent, endless showings, price drops, emotional roller coaster, and eventually they settled for less. The second seller, they used Orchard. Now, Orchard doesn't just list your home, they work it. Their agent knew what upgrades would catch a buyer's eye, brought in pros to handle everything, and made that house look like it belonged in a real estate magazine. And the best part? With Orchard's Move First, Sell Later program, that seller packed up and moved out before a single stranger walked through their old front door. No showings, no stress, no, hey, can you hide the cat and vacuum cleaner again? Just top dollar and a smoother move. Want in? Start with a free home valuation at Orchard.com. That's Orchard.com.
A company that has been trusted in Atlanta for over 25 years has already done their hometown homework, like having the very best people, fair, honest pricing, exceptional customer service, and a focus on high-quality work. That's us. Hi, I'm Dan Watkins, owner of All Four Seasons Garage, Entry Doors, and Windows. Sometimes new isn't better, like out-of-town home improvement companies invading Atlanta with their inflated pricing and subpar work. When trust matters, trust us. All the number 4 seasonsgarages.com.
Once again, this hour's keyword for the WSB 5K a day bonus blitz is CHEER. Cheer. Go to the WSB Radio app or WSBradio.com/cash for your chance to win $1,000. George Stein, before we go on, tell people how they can get more George Stein.
Yes, in your time of need, if you want a battle-tested lawyer, we focus on 2 things. Been arrested for a DUI and want an excellent defense, go to georgestein.com. Been in a motorcycle accident, if somebody's caused you to lay your bike down, go to steelhorselaw.com.
We don't have this in the hopper for stories, but just theoretically, if I was a Minnesota Vikings fan, could I sue the Minnesota Vikings for letting Sam Darnold go to Seattle? And you can't do that, can you?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
No.
Well, I'm just wondering because he's lighting it up. He was lighting it up and he lit it up for. They won 14 games last year. They fired the guy. What do you got to do?
Not good enough.
He stunk in the playoffs. All right, what's the next?
Amazon is going to pay $2.5 billion for allegedly duping millions of people to sign up for Amazon Prime.
How did they do this duping? What was the...
I think there was some sort of misrepresentation there, or there were some incentives to do it.
Right. And they like the... but
and people were signing up. They didn't realize they were signing up.
Oh, okay.
Somehow, some way.
Well, that's not good.
No.
That doesn't sound good to me.
I mean, Prime has its advantages, but...
Yes,
I guess you.
I have a Prime. I'm a I know people privilege. I must admit that I am an Amazon Prime member.
Rub it in.
Oh, come on, you're a Prime member. Give me a break.
My wife is.
Of course she is.
Eric uses it at Whole Foods.
Yes. Listen, you got to get that 1-day, 2-day delivery. For heaven's sakes, got to be Prime. Even Tim Andrews has Prime.
I order everything one time a day. Like I'll get toothpaste today and individual things
every
day because I want more carbon.
That's right. Well, they have electric vehicles now. They're screwing you.
Well, somebody's still. They
still
have
get
to charge them.
Get it off the grid. You're right.
That's right.
Yes.
I do think it's crazy how much
he likes global warming.
I'm happy. I like it.
Well,
Jared should too. He's a summer guy.
That's right.
Oh, I'm ready for it. Bring on the climate change. The with
bring it on.
With all the boxes that my wife gets, I just still think it's amazing that they advertise Thursday Night Football on every box. I'm like, really? You need to do that, huh? Got to use that space.
Look, do you go to the movies?
Not very often.
Do you go to the movies?
Sometimes.
How much do you pay for a ticket usually?
I'd say $15 per ticket.
You used to go with your wife?
Yeah.
It's $30?
Yeah.
And what do you spend at the, you sit there alone without eating, or do you buy some popcorn and stuff
Depends
like that?
on our mood.
Okay, but it could be $50 all said and done.
Say, maybe we'll get like a small bag of popcorn.
Okay. Well, it's then you sit through 25 minutes of commercials before the movie starts.
Not us.
So it's all...
I get there right before the previews.
You time it.
I time it perfectly.
And the previews all look alike.
And when I do,
The previews, you would think that every movie is the same movie.
Piano ting, explosion.
Anytime I
There's always that. What is that? What is? I won't have it in my town.
You can't do it that way.
We've always done it that way. I swear to God, but I was like, is this the same movie they just showed? Is it? All right. Dude, are we done with George already? Well, that must have been good because it went by quickly, George.
Thank you.
But I've got spittle all over my microphone condom.
I know George and I were talking in the hallway about this, but anytime we get these Amazon boxes with the Thursday Night Football logo on there, we rip the box right where that logo is.
Yeah, that
right
bothers you, like, for some reason. You're being bombarded with commercial advertising constantly.
I get enough from
and
Amazon.
For some reason, you can't get over that Amazon wants you to watch Thursday Night Football.
I ripped the box right where the logo is.
Hell of an end of that game yesterday. Mm-hmm. So they're delivering more than just packages, aren't they? Thank you, George Stein.
Thanks.
Have a great week. Alex Williams says there's a rollover crash on 285 in Doraville.
Yeah, nasty one here, Eric, and only traffic squeaking by on the right shoulder. Heavy first response with at least one car flipped over. 285 eastbound, the inner loop approaching Buford Highway exit 32. Already really jammed that back to Chamblee Dunwoody Road. Don't get that far. Hop on 400 south. Take that southbound through Buckhead, and you can hop on I-85 northbound as an alternate where those brake lights won't find you until you get up to Chamblee Tucker Road, and then it's just sluggish up into Norcross. We're seeing a few brake lights, 85 southbound in Duluth. We'll see if anything's going on around Pleasant Hill Road. Checking the ride northwest of town where we've seen some rain. It's Andrew Seco.
Looks like the rain's moved out of the area, but the wet pavement's still doing its thing. Remember to reduce those speeds with the oil coming up on the roads. That volume packing in, though. 75 north and southbound jammed from Marietta up into Ackworth. 575 south, a little bit of trouble. Some extra brake lights as you leave Woodstock south of Highway 92, exit 7. From the Cool Ray Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
Well, they said it was fixed, but was it? When TE Certified Electrical Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling say it's fixed, it's really fixed. That's part of how they love your home. Hey, it's Chris Chandler, and these are the folks I trust in my home because of their attention to detail, expertise, and a job done right the first time. And to back it up, TE Certified offers a lifetime workmanship warranty.
TE Certified, we love your home.
Where do you think you're going with that loaf of bread?
To feed the ducks.
What ducks?
In our pond.
What pond?
If you see pooling water in your yard, you've got a leak. Call Delta Plumbing, the educated plumber. With over 50 years experience, they are the leak experts. Using state-of-the-art leak detection technology, they'll find and fix your leak without guessing games.
How fast can you get here?
Leak detection at educatedplumber.com. Problem solved.
Hey friends, have you filed an insurance claim for a roof replacement only to be denied? Are you not sure what to do? You're not alone. Dr. Roof here to help. Hey, it's Mark Aram. Dr. Roof specializes in reviewing the storm damage and getting your roof replaced. They've been around for over 37 years and can help you with all of your options. Don't settle for a denied or partial insurance claim. Get the roof you deserve with Dr. Roof. Online at drroof.com.
Fall just got a whole lot cooler. Meet the all-new 2025 Kia K4. Now available at Jim Ellis Kia of Kennesaw for just $229 a month. Sporty, sleek, and built to turn heads. The Kia K4 delivers the kind of drive that makes every fall adventure more fun. And when you shop at Jim Ellis Kia of Kennesaw, you're getting more than a great car. You're getting a buying experience that's quick, easy, and convenient. Discover what drives you in the all-new 2025 Kia K4. Available now at Jim Ellis Kia of Kennesaw for $229 a month. For more details, visit JimEllisKiaofKennesaw.com or shop in person at 1221 Auto Park Drive, exit 269 off I-75. Be sure to ask about their lifetime warranty, available with all new Kia purchases. Jim Ellis Kia of Kennesaw, where you can always expect the best. Offer applies to a 24-month lease. 2025 Kia K4 LXS, $229 per month, 10,000 miles per year, with $34.99 due at signing. Example, stock number JK525197, MSRP 25085. Excludes tax, title, and state fees. Offer expires 9/30/25 with approved credit.
If you've ever organized your closet only to have it look like a bomb went off in there 1 month later, then it's time to call Artisan Custom Closets. Dave Baker here with a custom spacious closet from Artisan. You'll never have to deal with all that clutter again. ArtisanCustomClosets.com.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's news and talk.
At 5:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News sponsored by QC Kinetics. Our top local story, guilty of murder for the man on trial in Fulton County for the 2020 shooting of 8-year-old Secoria Turner. WSB's Veronica Waters reports live now with reaction on today's verdict.
Yeah, 25-year-old Julian Conley remained stoic as the jury foreman read 12 guilty verdicts in the shooting murder of Secoria Turner on July 4th, 2020. Secoria's mother, Charmaine, who was also in that Jeep, had her face crumble, and she sobbed silently as the verdicts continued coming down. Fulton County Superior Court Judge Rochelle Carnicel says in person and on video, Conley made a show of being dangerous, and she believes him. She sentences him to life in prison without parole, plus 25 years.
Your actions demonstrated that day an abandoned and malignant heart, a reckless disregard for human life. You didn't have to know there was a young child in the back seat. You fired on a car that you knew was carrying human beings.
Outside the courthouse, Conley's mother, Robin, says her compassion also lies with the Turner family. She says her son shares some blame, but believes he was there as a civic-minded person to protect other protesters, not to harm anyone.
My son came forward because he was there and he was innocent.
Mrs. Conley vows they will appeal. Reporting live in Atlanta, Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
80 degrees in Atlanta. Will storms be around for Friday night lights? And what about weekend showers? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast coming up. This is all new this half hour. The embattled mayor of Stone Mountain files a lawsuit to keep her job.
The Stone Mountain City Council voted last month to remove Mayor Beverly Jones from office over allegations that she improperly took control of the city's bank accounts. Her attorney, Mark Anthony Scott, pushes back.
She's paying a price for being a person of integrity and character and doing the right thing.
Jones says she acted in good faith to protect the city. They're asking the court to put a hold on the removal process and allow the voters to have a say. A city spokesperson says they don't have anything to provide at this time. In Atlanta, Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
Jimmy Kimmel Live will be back nationwide on all ABC affiliates tonight. Both Sinclair and Nexstar announced today they will resume airing the ABC late night talk show following Kimmel's return from suspension on Tuesday. Both companies preempted the show following Kimmel's return from suspension. He was suspended last week following comments he made related to the assassination of Charlie Kirk. A church in Grayson suffers about $20,000 in damage thanks to a vandal. Community of Grace Lutheran Church pastor Michael Jeanette says a young person playing basketball in the church parking lot saw the suspect and called police.
Somebody had broken in several windows and doors, glass doors of our church building, basically vandalism to our building. Again, like about 4 big windows and 2 exterior doors, 2 interior glass doors.
The suspect is arrested. The church does not believe this was a targeted act, but just a troubled person. Georgia shatters its tourism record for a 3rd straight year. The Department of Economic Development says in 2024, more than 174 million people visited the Peach State, spending more than $45 billion at hotels and restaurants, a 4% increase from the year before. Residents in Woodstock have a chance to weigh in on plans to create a diverging diamond at the Ridge Walk interchange on I-575. Woodstock Mayor Michael Caldwell says the renovations will help with traffic congestion.
We've got a massive portion of all of East Cherokee as well as a large portion of North Fulton that commute to Atlanta through this specific intersection every single day.
Cherokee County and the Georgia DOT are now seeking public input. Construction is expected to begin in 2028. Researchers at Georgia State University are developing a new telescope to look for life in the stars.
The new telescope is called ELF.
And it's a totally different approach from SETI's 40-year hunt for radio signals. So instead of listening, ELF's going to be looking for exolife.
That's Professor Stuart Jeffries. He says he believes they're going to find something out there.
I mean, if we find life out there, I think it's most probably going to be tiny microbes. And I bet even if we find that, I bet most folks will be pretty excited about this.
The telescope is being built now, and the hope is to test it out in 3 to 5 years. Sabrina Cupid, 95.5 WSB.
It's now 5:34. This news sponsored by Findlay Roofing. Time for live team coverage of traffic and weather. Triple team traffic begins with Alex Williams.
Bad crash on the north side perimeter, Bill. Still leaves only the right right lane open, 285 eastbound, the inner loop between Peachtree Boulevard and Beaufort Highway getting into Doraville. You're slow back to Ashford Dunwoody Road, exit 29. Continue with this alternate 400 southbound to I-85 northbound is the best way to get around that crash. But once you get up toward I-85 toward Gwinnett County, we have been tracking some brake lights, Andrew Seco.
We just saw this on the Jam Cam. Fire department on scene in the right lane. Go to crash 85 South Pleasant Hill Road, exit 104. Already starting to pack in as you leave Sugarloaf Parkway. No need for an alternate right now. Just a quick tap of the brakes, maybe a couple extra minutes of commute time. From the Cool Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast with meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Partly to mostly cloudy this evening with hit or miss rain showers and a few thunderstorms rolling through. Lows tonight in the mid-60s. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, a few pop-up storms possible, high 81. Sunday, drying out with a mix of sun and clouds. Morning lows in the mid-60s, daytime high 83. Monday and Tuesday, partly cloudy skies. Morning lows in the mid-60s, daytime highs in the upper 70s to low 80s.
And right now, Storm Tracker radar showing some scattered rain showers around the metro area. There's some heavy rain right now in Gwinnett County. Also, Cherokee and Bartow County seeing some rain. It's 80 in Stone Mountain, 79 in Mableton, and 76 in Hampton. More news at 6 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Steel Horse Law knows your bike is made of steel, but your heart is made of gold. SteelHorseLaw.com.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
You know, a lot of times you have to choose between something high quality or something that saves you money. But what if you could get both? Why not? Especially when it comes to health care, and that is Medishare. You get both. Many families save $500 a month with Medishare, and that's huge, but it's also true that people wind up way more satisfied, too. And we know this from research of members. There's a lot they like about Medishare, but especially they love being part of something they believe in. And Medishare works, too. It has for more than 30 years. There are hundreds of thousands of members who love having telehealth if they need it. They love the huge PPO network. So, yeah, really, you could save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or you're part of the gig economy or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now and get a price in 2 minutes. Here's the number. Call 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE. 855-51-BIBLE.
By executive order from Rufus, the Findlay Roofing Chief Barking Officer, they're rolling over. rolling out a $1,000 discount on your Findlay roof replacement. Hey, it's Dave Baker for the only roofer I answer the door for, Findlay Roofing, the roof guys. Stop repairing the leaks and dragging your feet. Now is the best time to replace that old, leaky, haunted roof and save 1,000 bones. Findlay has replaced over 65,000 roofs locally. That's no trick. It's just high-quality work, upfront pricing, and exceptional service. Findlay goes the distance. They're the extra effort experts, making sure you have a remarkable roof replacement experience. Findlay also has 0% financing available, and for a limited time, you can save $1,000 on your roof replacement. Hurry, you need to shake on this deal by Halloween. Schedule your free roof analysis at FindlayRoofing.com.
I love this on CNN. Hacker uncovers evidence linking Tesla autopilot feature to 2019 fatal crash. Do we not have fatal crashes every day in this country? Is this new with these Teslas? These autopilots? We've never had fatal crashes before? Fatal crashes are bad, but
is it bad for Elon Musk?
Why is it worse if it's done when,
I think
it might be that maybe they kind of lied in court about it or something.
Yeah, the idea is that if you put on the autopilot, that it is safe enough to drive with I guess conditions better than a normal person.
Yeah, but I mean that you're still going to have accidents.
Absolutely.
As
long as we're living in a world where you have some autonomous cars and some real people, it's going to be even worse.
Well, they're trying the best they can to get rid of real people.
Yeah.
So that'll be gone soon.
Yeah. Just cars driving around.
Just
with
cars
no people
driving
in them.
around, networking with one another.
How can we kill more?
Having
humans?
lunch together.
Hey,
making golf plans.
Yes. I wish we had hands.
But it seems like every time one of these new kind of cars gets in an accident, it's worse somehow than
I was thinking about this. What are the fully automated ones that are like a taxi now?
Robo taxis?
Yeah.
Or the like the Waymos?
Waymo, yeah.
But there's always somebody still in Atlanta. There's always somebody still sitting there.
That's incorrect.
Oh, the one I saw on Peachtree the other day. There was a guy in a orange vest sitting in the seat.
You can sit with Waymo in the front seat if you want to, but they are fully autonomous now.
No, I'm saying. Oh, so you're saying the person I saw was the customer?
It could be. You can sit in the front seat if you want to.
He was right behind the steering wheel.
Then it might be somebody that was proctoring
an orange
it.
vest on.
But Waymos, I've ridden a Waymo with no driver, and they're fully.
Why?
Because it was selected for me. It was cheaper. It was fine. It is.
Yeah, why pay a human?
Why?
I think, honestly, Eric.
And then the terrorists figure out a way to hack it. The next thing you know, you're in Lake Lanier.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. And as somebody that uses Lyft and Uber all the time, every weekend, there are a lot of Uber and Lyft drivers that come to Atlanta and they go to other big cities and they don't know how to get around. So they're basically blindly following GPS.
You see that a lot.
So in my opinion, an autonomous car does the exact same thing, and they do it better.
And you don't have to listen to their stupid radio station or have conversations with them. This actually would be good for me.
Yeah, you would like it.
They can't bring food to your house yet.
And it's been so successful now that Lyft has now got Toyota Siennas going around. So they have their own robotaxi.
Well, I don't think I'd want to ride in one, but maybe I'm just a Luddite or something. I just feel like, what if the doors don't open at the end?
Well,
that happened to somebody. That happened to somebody in Austin where she was locked in. She had to call. There's like a feature on the dash where you click an emergency button and somebody had to come and let her out.
I'm not ready to turn myself completely over to the machines.
I was curious how many fatal crashes have been caused by these Waymos, and there's only one, and it wasn't its fault. So they're pretty
wasn't
safe.
its fault.
Yeah.
Well, I think more than anything, if they cause a crash, it'll be because they are following the rules of the road more than the rest of us are used to. The rest of us kind of drive by intuition and feel, and we've done it before, and we know how to get from here to there, and that sort of thing. And it's like, this. I guarantee you, the Waymo is if the Waymo is 2 feet from the light when it turns yellow, Waymo's going to stop. The rest of us go through. So it's possible.
Not really. I've seen them kind of buzz through the lights. In fact, last night, coming back from the Punchline, I was taking some back roads back to my house.
You must have seen some great acts at the Punchline.
I sure did.
Including Eric Von Hessler.
Man, Dave Baker blew me away.
Yeah. He was great.
And the one...
What's the deal with?
the most surprising thing, though, on the way home was there were a couple people that I assume were probably inebriated while driving, and they were stopping in intersections that didn't have stop signs, and it was me behind this car, and I'm like, why are they stopping, or what's going on?
No, you're in a robo at this point? Or
I'm
no?
not. I'm driving my car.
Okay.
But then behind me, this Waymo kept riding my butt because it knew there wasn't a stop sign. It was like
Waymo's like, hey, let's go.
Like right up on my rear bumper, and I'm like, that's damn close.
You get that kind of behavior from Dodge Challenger people.
Yeah.
Why does it always seem like only jerks drive Dodge Challengers?
I got a Hemi.
I guess there's like some kind of personality type buys a Dodge Challenger.
I did ask ChatGPT, what is the most powerful car at the cheapest price in Dodge Challenger?
Okay, so you get the dummies that want power.
Exactly.
Wait till these
dummies
Waymos...
with power. America, 2025.
Wait till these Waymos discover road rage.
Oh, and they'll start banging into each other?
Yeah. Or you get those Tesla ones that'll have his little robot in them.
Yeah.
That'll get out and beat you up.
I just don't think I'd feel comfortable. I'd just sit in a car being driven.
Am I wrong for saying that the thing that bothers me most about this is that somebody's not going to have a job?
Yeah, but it's so, who cares?
Well, here's the deal.
Nobody's going to have
That's
a job.
not
Don't
true.
you know the future? Nobody's going to have a job.
I disagree
Tim?
with that, Tim.
What do you think? People need jobs anymore? No one's going to.
the job?
I disagree with that because a lot of times you get set up with great Lyft and Waymo drivers, great rideshare drivers that understand the city, that know how to get around the blocks, that don't blindly follow
but
GPS.
Once you start deciding that you're going to call robo-taxis instead, what does it matter?
Yeah, my whole point is that if you get a good rideshare driver that knows their way around the city, they can do it better.
But how do you know? If you're ordering a robo-taxi, you're going to get a robo-taxi.
People need to be honest with the ratings. That's what
Well,
they
that's
need
not
to
what
say.
I'm saying.
No,
I'm
you're not
saying-
following me.
Yeah.
If you go for a ride and you say, "Give me a Waymo," then you're not going to be exposed to the good Uber driver. You're just going to get a Waymo.
So right now, you don't just select a Waymo when you go into Uber. It gives you whatever's available. It gives you either a Waymo or a driver.
And my point altogether is that if you're in an autonomous car, there's somebody who doesn't have a job.
Yes, that's true.
That's my only point.
But that's the future of the world.
Yeah, I don't care how they know that. I don't care if they moved here yesterday. They don't have a job.
And that guy that knows the roads well is training his replacement.
That's right.
Yeah.
Exactly. They're by doing it better.
That's going to be, if those autonomous
Don't
cars...
you think they're taking data from the real drivers and transferring it to any knowledge transferring to? So everybody's being used.
Yep.
Everybody is an indentured servant.
That's what it feels like all the way around. We're
Yes.
paying for
paying
the training that things.
We got to pay to train their AI language models, and then we got to pay for the product and. The Uber drivers that have a job now are just providing data so that they won't have a job tomorrow.
Yeah, and there's all these job ads on these boards for voiceover, freelance voiceovers. Train our AI with your voice.
Yes. Well, you better get in there and do it.
Yeah.
This is your opportunity. This is your opportunity to make it big in the AI voice world, Tim Andrews.
I'm not an English-speaking Indian. I don't have that. That's what they're all looking for.
Is that what they want?
Well, they want English-speaking people with different accents.
Right.
You
Okay.
can do different accents?
Yeah, you're good at accents.
Yeah, they love that.
Oh, yeah.
I'll do it right
Yeah.
now. Ready?
Yeah. Well, you could do like an English accent. You could do any of the Caucasian accents would be allowed.
Okay.
Australian.
All right.
You can do anything like this. Listen, the world is your oyster, my friend.
I believe in you, Tim. I know
You just
got to
go, crack it open and whatever. Whatever.
Slurp
Just
it
do
out.
Oyster. Yeah, slurp it up, man.
Get some cocktail sauce and a cracker. Slurp it up.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
Alex Williams says it's a bumper-to-bumper ride on 285 East through Dunwoody.
Yeah, not the spot to be this afternoon, Eric. 285 eastbound delay start right at Asher Dunwoody Road, and they jam in quickly right there. Getting over to this travel advisory, rollover, nasty crash cleanup before Buford Highway exit 32. Going to still send you on 400 southbound to I-85 northbound is the best alternate to use right now. We had an earlier crash in Duluth, 85 southbound heading inbound right around Pleasant Hill Road. They got that off to the side. And 75 north and southbound still a little sluggish between Ackworth and Kennesaw where it rained. Same with 575 southbound making the trek through Woodstock. What's it looking like through downtown Atlanta, Andrew Seco?
Still seeing those brake lights we can always count on. Free afternoon drive, 75, 85 north and southbound, jammed leaving East Point all the way up past Midtown. And we do have some trouble in a right lane. 85 southbound packing in, seeing the flashing lights off to the shoulder and partially blocking the right lane at Buford Highway, exit 86. From the Cool Ray Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
It pays to have the WSB radio app. Download it today and get ready for the Blitz.
The WSB 5K a day bonus blitz. 5 chances every weekday to win $1,000.
$1,000 on WSB.
The WSB 5K a day bonus blitz.
Your next chance to win is Monday at 8 a.m.
That is awesome.
From 95.5 WSB.
Download the WSB radio app now.
Hey everyone, it's your buddy Shelly Winter here. Join me this Saturday at noon for the Car Guys with Kevin Deutsch from Butler Lexus of South Atlanta. Buy or lease, fix or sell, everything you want to know about cars, we will cover Saturday noon to 1 right here on 95.5 WSB.
Skip the hassles of a traditional home sale and sell your home quickly with a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. There's no showings, no open houses, and no stress. Hi, this is Mark Spain, and our guaranteed offer is the easiest way to sell your home. With the guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate, you can bypass the market, receive the strongest all-cash offer in the industry, and close in as little as 21 days. Our guaranteed offer keeps you in control. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
With a long legacy of helping people live well, HealthSpring knows Medicare. As your partner, HealthSpring is committed to empowering you every step of the way. From choosing your plan to making the most of your benefits, you'll find that with a Medicare partner you trust, life gets lighter. So put a spring in your step with a HealthSpring Medicare plan. Find out more at healthspring.com. HealthSpring products and services are provided exclusively by or through operating subsidiaries of Healthcare Service Corporation, a mutual legal reserve company.
Another accident? What happened?
Our truck driver got cut off, and they're getting blamed. No witnesses, no proof, and insurance is skyrocketing.
Wait, our drivers shouldn't take the blame for this?
Exactly why we need Samsara. Their AI dashcam show real-time video proving when our drivers aren't at fault.
So we protect our drivers and avoid false claims?
Yep. Companies using Samsara have exonerated their drivers and saved millions on insurance.
Protect your drivers and your bottom line at Samsara.com. Samsara. Operate smarter.
If you've been in a wreck, trust the strong arm, John Foy and Associates. Hey, it's Smiler Mark McKay. I personally recommend John Foy since I've had the pleasure of personally getting to know him. We've been to a Braves game together, had lunch, and what I've taken away from each of our visits is respect. Respect for how much he cares and wants to help people. John Foy's compassion is what I appreciate. Trust isn't a given, it's earned, and John Foy has earned my trust. I recommend John Foy and Associates at johnfoy.com.
If you have been in a car accident in the past and have settled your case, I may have some good news. Some unethical lawyers have people known as runners who come directly to your hospital room or home and solicit your case. It's a disbarable offense. Anyone that would hire these scumbags needs to have their heads examined. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Now for the good news. If this happened to you, we will sue these lowlifes and fight to get all your fees back. And then look and see if these bottom feeders also malpracticed your case and sue them for that too. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain. Visit forthepeople.com for a free consultation or call Pound Law on your cell, pound 529. If someone does this to you, call the Bar Association and report them. Let's fight these bums. Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com. Injured? Dial Pound Law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Belinda here with another satisfied patient with a great story to tell you about Atlanta Vision Institute. Lisa had the laser optics procedure. Why did you choose Atlanta Vision Institute?
Well, I'd been wearing contacts or glasses for the last 50 years and decided one day that I'd had enough. I have an active lifestyle and the glasses just were getting in the way.
Now, after the procedure with Dr. Ashraf at Atlanta Vision Institute, what were the results like?
It was amazing. I could see the highway signs from far away, and I was able to thread the needle on my sewing machine without any help.
Nobody can do that. That's amazing. Folks, if you feel like you're at your wit's end with your vision, why don't you go see Dr. Ashraf at Atlanta Vision Institute? Go to 2020atlanta.com and see if you're a candidate for the laser optics procedure. Go to 2020atlanta.com.
I saw a moment ago the surreal, uncanny valley of the United States of America, circa 2025. CNN is reporting on how Fox News is reporting on the James Comey story.
What's OAN have to say?
How is that news? How is it news? You're going to tell me about how some other news organization is covering something?
Fox News is so fat, you wouldn't believe.
How fat is it?
Playing the hits.
I just so absurd. We've talked about this before. Like, I don't ever remember Walter Cronkite. Did you hear what Huntley said today?
What a jerk.
Can you believe the way... for some reason, I try to do Walter Cronkite. It comes out as a half Nixon.
Yeah, I just realized I was doing the same thing.
And that's the way it was. Never be petty.
I never liked Mike Wallace.
There you go. Andy Rooney. Look how everybody forgets.
I love that guy.
Nobody remembers Andy Rooney. He was a fixture in this country for what? 40?
Decades.
Yeah. Nobody remembers him.
I have enough friends.
100 years ago?
Yeah.
No, like 20.
Well, I mean, I think he stopped in the 90s, right? Because I remember there was a little scandal that he got. And I don't even know why it was a scandal, because his whole thing was he was curmudgeon, right? He's like, come on, I don't think. But he had to, one time he apologized the next week was when everybody was upset about Kurt Cobain killing himself. And he's like, I don't think it really matters at all. He's like, and he starts talking about all of these great people who have died, like, that are, and he was like 78 or something. When
what's the big deal about Kurt Cobain?
And he was like, and I guess he had kind of a point. Like, some great scientist had died like 2 weeks earlier, and nobody. But the next week, that was the only time I ever saw Andy Rooney have to. He was like, maybe I was wrong.
Turns out he was. People still love Kurt Cobain.
Yeah, people do. I mean, I know, but it wasn't his generation.
Right.
But he had a point.
I do get his point was when, some kind of person who, maybe in their career they created super drugs that helped people or something, and they die and nobody gives a damn. And it's always the
rock star.
The rock stars, the nihilistic rock stars everybody cares about. It was just fun. I think that was the only time you ever had to apologize. But nobody knows who the hell he is now. It doesn't matter. If you're not presidents or kings, you're not remembered. You're not remembered. Now there are like people who fade a lot slower and have a lot more burn. Elvis Presley, the Beatles, right? Like people know who Elvis Presley is. They may not be aware that his whole story. But I think if you say Elvis Presley to most people,
absolutely,
they would go, "Oh yeah, I've heard that name before. I know." Yeah, it's something to do with rock and roll, at the very least.
One of the things I like about TikTok or social media,
but everyone else,
like
everyone else, just
But it keeps some people alive. Like Norm, there is super popular Norm Macdonald.
YouTube, but that's niche.
Yeah.
There's always going to be niche.
Yeah, Elvis is way
But I
beyond
mean,
that.
when it's like these. It's just so funny to me that like Andy Rooney was a part of the fabric of America for like 35, 40 years, and nobody knows who the hell he is now.
It's not exactly along the lines of what you're saying, but it's surprising how many kids younger than I am were introduced to Bob Dylan through that movie.
Through that movie, right?
Like,
Which is
wouldn't
why
have an idea of who he is unless that movie.
And by the way, that's why they do that.
Right.
That's why you do that. It's the way of reintroducing. It's like why? I got a point here, but then somebody will take it the wrong way and use it against me.
Aw.
Well, I mean, at some point, it used to be black churches had drums and guitars and for a long time. But it's like you got to get the kids. You got to reintroduce the kids to what you're doing. And so it's like, you know what? Let's bring in some guitars and drums, and let's get the attention of people. The Beatles do the same thing with all their re-releases. That's never been a scandal before, putting the Beatles in there.
No.
I'm going to get out while I can. What do you got there? You writing a novel for me? You got some information?
I think I wrote it where it's legible, and you should have it there.
I'll decide. Alex Williams says the ride is gridlocked on 285 East into Doraville.
Yeah, all due to this really nasty rollover crash. Car had its roof caved in as well. 285 eastbound, the inner loop just past Peachtree Boulevard, exit 31. Just one right lane is getting by. Delays still back to Ashford Dunwoody Road. If you don't want to mess with any of that, take 400 south to I-85 northbound. That will be your best alternate. Elsewhere, still seeing some brake lights in DeKalb County, 20 eastbound, leaving 285 out to the mall at Stonecrest. We do have other trouble spots on 285, and watching that, it's Andrew Seco.
Still having a right lane blocked here, getting you closer to the airport. Long-standing trouble spot now since we got on the air this afternoon. 285 south, the outer loop, this Cane Creek Parkway, exit number 2, or towards Langford Parkway, exit 5, but that back door still stretching all the way back towards I-20, that's exit number 10. Traffic brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air. Stop paying for expensive heating and air repairs or home warranties. Get a reliable protection plan for just $14.99 a month and enjoy 100% parts and labor coverage for any age, system, make, or model. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Worried about market losses? If headlines are keeping you up at night, it's time to take control. Hi, I'm Jeff Jr. with Trajan Wealth, and I know you've worked hard to save. But in times like these, what if can turn into what now? If you're planning to retire or are in retirement, you need a strategy that helps protect your future. At Trajan Wealth, you can capture market gains, protect your account from losses, and guarantee income for life. Right now, you could receive a bonus of up to 30% or annual growth of up to 10% for retirement income. You heard me right. An upfront bonus of up to 30% or annual growth of up to 10%, all guaranteed to boost your lifetime income in retirement. Don't leave your future to chance. Plan with confidence. Call 404-390-4000. That's 404-390-4000.
Annuity guarantees are based on the claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company, DBA, in most states, as Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions.
One of the biggest repairs on your biggest investment would be the foundation on your home. Mark Beckham here with Atlanta Ramjack. Other companies offer many different services and then try to upsell their customers something they don't even need. That's not what Atlanta Ramjack does. Foundation repair is all we do. We send only the most trained experts in the field and give you the best materials and an honest appraisal of what your real problem is, not more than what you need. Schedule your free estimate today at atlantaramjack.com.
Fall just got a whole lot cooler. Meet the all-new 2025 Kia K4. Now available at Jim Ellis Kia of Kennesaw for just $229 a month. Sporty, sleek, and built to turn heads. The Kia K4 delivers the kind of drive that makes every fall adventure more fun. And when you shop at Jim Ellis Kia of Kennesaw, you're getting more than a great car. You're getting a buying experience that's quick, easy, and convenient. Discover what drives you in the all-new 2025 Kia K4. Available now at Jim Ellis Kia of Kennesaw for $229 a month. For more details, visit JimEllisKiaofKennesaw.com or shop in person at 1221 Auto Park Drive, exit 269 off I-75. Be sure to ask about their lifetime warranty, available with all new Kia purchases. Jim Ellis Kia of Kennesaw, where you can always expect the best.
Offer applies to a 24-month lease. 2025 Kia K4 LXS, $229 per month, 10,000 miles per year, with $34.99 due at signing. Example, stock number JK525197, MSRP $25,085. Excludes tax, title, and state fees. Offer expires 9/30/25 with approved credit.
Hurricane season is here, friends, and now's the time to make sure your roof is ready for whatever comes next. Hey, it's Mark Aaron back with you. At Dr. Roof, they're experts at hurricane proofing your home. From inspecting shingles to reinforcing your roof structure, they make sure your home is secure before the storm hits. Don't wait until it's too late. Get a free, no-obligation roof inspection from Dr. Roof today. Get ready before the hurricane season goes into overdrive. Call Dr. Roof today.
News, weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 6 o'clock, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News is sponsored by the Lloyd Advisory Group. Our top local story, life in prison for the man on trial for killing 8-year-old Secoria Turner in the summer of 2020. WSB's Veronica Waters reports live now with reaction to today's verdict.
12 convictions for 25-year-old Julian Conley for murder and aggravated assault. Bill, and he was acquitted of gang charges. Fulton County Superior Court Judge Rochelle Carnicel sentencing him to life without parole plus 25 years.
We don't know if the jury found you responsible because they believed the state proved your bullet pierced Secoria's body or because they found you were a party to a crime. It does not matter. Secoria's parents are serving life sentences without their child.
Conley remained stoic, but did not, as the judge says she wasn't going to stack his sentences because of how well he comported himself at this trial. His mother, Robin Conley, says they will appeal the jury's verdict.
I don't see how they saw what they saw. I think evidence was manipulated from the beginning.
And the victim's mother now says justice has been served. Secoria's mom.
Served, and I appreciate all they have done to get to the bottom of it and the truth.
Secoria's mother, Charmaine Turner, now going home to relax and take it all in. Meantime, the family's civil suit against the city of Atlanta and several officials is ongoing. Reporting live in Atlanta, Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
82 degrees in Atlanta. What are the chances for weekend storms? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast coming up. Stone Mountain's mayor files a lawsuit today against the city council following their vote to remove her from office. The council says Mayor Beverly Jones improperly took control of the city's bank account and violated her oath. But Jones maintained she acted in good faith to protect the city and she wants to stay.
Until the day that I'm no longer the mayor, I will continue to do my job.
She's asking the court to put the removal proceeding on hold. Jones is up for re-election in November. 2 women are stabbed at the same Cobb County hotel where a baby was shot and killed this week. Cobb County police say one of the women has died after she was stabbed multiple times at the Budgetel Inn and Suites on Circle 75 Parkway. The other victim in stable condition with a cut to the hand. Atlanta police arrest Frank Moore, who's charged with felony murder and aggravated assault. Tourism is big business in Georgia. New numbers out today show a lot of people have Georgia on their mind.
The state is now ranked 5th in the nation for overnight visits, and a record 174.2 million domestic and international travelers stopped in the Peach State last year, spending more than $45 billion at Georgia's hotels and restaurants. State officials say the tourism industry is Georgia's second largest economic contributor, generating $82 billion last year, which is up 3% from 2023. Governor Kemp says the industry creates a positive impact in all 4 corners of the state. Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
WSB Health Alert. Check your freezer for some ready-to-eat pasta sold at Walmart.
The Health Alert centers around certain heat-and-eat beef meatball pasta meals that were sold at Walmart. The reason is they may be contaminated with listeria that was previously linked to a deadly outbreak. This is the market-side linguine with beef meatballs and marinara aerosols sold in refrigerated 12-ounce clear plastic trays. The products have a best by date of September 22nd through October 1st.
WSB Health reporter Sabrina Cupid says they were sold nationwide. A rabies alert in Forsyth County. Animal Services confirms a raccoon in the Adams Road area in Cumming tests positive for rabies. They're asking residents to come forward if their animals are symptomatic and ask pet owners to make sure their dogs and cats are vaccinated. Nexstar and Sinclair end their boycotts of Jimmy Kimmel's show.
Jimmy Kimmel Live will be back tonight on Nexstar's 28 ABC affiliates and Sinclair's 38 ABC stations. Tonight's show will be a rerun of Tuesdays when Kimmel made his emotional return after he was suspended by ABC for his comments regarding Charlie Kirk's assassination.
Correspondent Michael Wallace reports the boycotts by Nexstar and Sinclair left about a quarter of the nation's ABC affiliates without Kimmel's show. It is now 6:04. The Von Hessler Doctrine continues in less than 2 minutes. Right now, live team coverage of traffic and weather. Triple Team Traffic begins with Alex Williams.
Travel advisory continues between Dunwoody and Doorville with this nasty rollover crash cleanup. Only a right lane open, 285 east between Peachtree Boulevard and Buford Highway. Delays back toward Ashford Dunwoody Road. A lot of the surrounding surface streets, especially Chambly Dunwoody Road, are really jammed up as alternates. So 400 southbound to I-85 northbound will save you some time. And checking on new trouble up in Kennesaw, 575 northbound at Chastain Road. Checking the ride through the heart of the city, it's Andrew Seco.
There's those brake lights you can always count on this point of Friday afternoon. We're moving just fine through them, though. 75, 85 north and southbound. You're on and off that pedal, leaving East Point up through the heart of downtown. Heading south on an 85 proper, you see the brake lights just south of 400, and they'll take you all the way down towards I-20 exit 247. From the Cool Ray Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast, sponsored by Shoemate, the official plumber of Atlanta. Here's meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Partly to mostly cloudy this evening with hit or miss rain showers and a few thunderstorms rolling through. Lows tonight in the mid-60s. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, a few pop-up storms possible, high 81. Sunday, drying out with a mix of sun and clouds. Morning lows in the mid-60s, daytime high 83. Monday and Tuesday, partly cloudy skies. Morning lows in the mid-60s, daytime highs in the upper 70s to low 80s.
Storm tracker radar showing some scattered rain showers now around the metro area. Some rain in Gwinnett County at this hour. 76 in Loganville, 72 in Woodstock, 80 in Peachtree City. More news at 6:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Both loud and proud, Caiaccio, because this is hour 4 of the Von Hessler Doctrine, and it begins right now. Being Friday and hour 4, last hour of the week and all, we do have Greg Russ joining us.
For Dog Talk.
For Dog Talk. He's going to get us all set up for the...
Bite him.
For the...
Bite him. Big Georgia, Alabama game tomorrow.
Bite
Chew him.
Come on, bite him, chew him. All right, don't get him on this. He will lose us half our audience. He's not a fan of college sports. But we don't... Hey, that's okay. It's America.
That's it. We don't have to be a fan of
everything. We just don't have to have an exposition of it here. That's all.
Well, as I get older, one of my critiques in college sports was it's children playing the sport. But as you get older and all the athletes in professional sports are also younger than you, they're all children.
That's right. Yep. Everybody's president. We're getting to the point. Well, for a while, presidents were younger than me. That didn't last long. But there was a moment there where, like, Obama is, I think Obama's like right at my age, right? Have we had a president that's younger than me? I feel like we have. Who?
Let's see.
How old was Obama when he became president?
Obama is 64 now.
Oh, he's 64, so he was always ahead of me. So I was getting close. At least it was like pretty soon presidents will be younger than me. And then all of a sudden it was like 80-year-old, 78-year-old.
Well, if Vance wins,
then
our first millennial president.
How old is Newsom?
Newsom is about the same age as Vance.
Really? So either one of them, if they won. But hey, let's
not.
not.
Oh no, he's way older.
No,
Excuse me, he's 57.
Wow. Okay, still younger than me. And hey, let's not write off Hillary yet.
Obama was 47 when he was elected.
Well, if he's 64 and I'm 61, my guess is that stayed relatively the same all the way along. So he was always older than me. But
I know, just thinking of the
he was a
ages
contemporary.
Where we were and where we are, where we've been, 47 to 80.
What are you talking about? Are you just musing? What are you saying?
No, the ages of presidents as they're elected.
Yeah, well, apparently you can run if you're 100. They can't stop you from
That's
running.
right.
You're damn right.
All that wisdom. Don't you want all
We'll
that
get Biden's
wisdom?
second term coming up, 2028.
Oh, yeah, you going to come back just like Trump?
Look, we're talking about Senate. This guy's doing this kind of...
You know what? He's making sense to me. He's making sense to me. Craig Russ, I had put my arm under hot water moment today on the show.
What'd you do?
If people don't know, when Greg gets totally embarrassed or humiliated, he puts the shower water on hot.
He scalds himself.
Just slightly. I mean, we don't want to let people think that he's standing in there.
It doesn't take long. You don't need to stand in it long. So no, don't stand in it for any amount of time. That'll hurt you permanently. You just stand there because the hot water makes you forget about the thing that you're ashamed of.
Yeah. So I was on a brilliant rant today. And lost my train of thought. I got it back.
You lost the cherry.
I heard that. You heard that. I lost the cherry on top. Where's the cherry on top?
You don't need the cherry. It's bad for
Such
you.
a great point I was making. So important for society. And then I've got to go.
You recovered.
I did.
I was feeling embarrassed.
I got it quick. I got it back quick.
I was feeling embarrassed for you. I was like, ooh.
I got it back quick. You
even went to George. And George's like, oh,
I don't know. Maybe you were talking about power and stuff.
I was looking at Alex Jones.
I hadn't forgotten the subject matter. I simply had forgotten the one point.
Sometimes, to be fair, you have to bring back an older point to trigger those other memories.
That's right. I know.
I think George was on the right track there.
But George ultimately about power and the blackouts.
Yeah, okay, I know, but I think George thought I forgot completely what I was talking about.
I was scrambling.
And now I got another thing that if I ever looked at it, which I probably never will, I'll probably have to have another one because George just told me that the Jimmy Kimmel thing that I did.
Oh yeah.
So by the way, I have nothing to do with this. George and Jared decide what video clips that we put out there. I just leave it in their hands.
That's right, on our Von Hassler Doctrine Instagram and Facebook.
And in my mind, it doesn't even exist. And so I guess this one did better than most, which isn't that great compared to some people because we don't really push it. But it got a little traction.
Relatively, it went fine.
Relatively. Usually we get like 1,000. This one got 6,000.
Right. So you're a micro-influencer.
Micro, teeny tiny. But my point is, it's video. So I can never watch it because all I'll see, and I guarantee you at one point, I've got some kind of like spittle over here. Or there's probably something
spaghetti strands,
something hanging from my nose. Or
like when Cruz, remember Ted Cruz had a crumb or something on his.
Oh, that was bad.
I thought it was a booger. Was it a crumb?
It was a booger.
Pence with the fly on his head.
Was it a?
Yeah.
You can't help the fly.
Well, you can't.
Oh, it was so obnoxious. Everything he was saying was so distracting because that fly on that white hair was you just could not miss it.
It really was a debate, and I know. What are you talking about on WSB? Actually, both of them were doing very well. Kamala was doing well, and Mike Pence was doing well. It was kind of a straight up like this was not. It wasn't a bad. They were actually debating things. It was like, and then all of a sudden that fly lands on his white hair.
Yeah, you could
black
not miss
fly
it.
on a white hair, and you know the moderator's going. Should I say something? Like, if I was debating him at the time, and he was talking, I said, "Sir, hold on." I would have walked over and shoot it. I would have shooted it off his
smack him in the
I
head.
would have said, "Look, winning."
You were
no, I would have smacked him in the head. I just would have shoot the fly off the top of his head, and I would have said, "Look, I don't want to win this debate this way. This is about ideas."
Yes. I would have said, "Can someone get me a fly?" And we both had flies in our hair,
so we could be equal, so that nobody could laugh. But the thing is, though,
get some government flies.
It's a lot different when a black fly lands on that white hair. I mean,
you get a white fly for my hair.
The memes
are
for
there white flies?
Excuse me, I'm buzzing. I'm buzzing. Okay.
The memes from that were fantastic.
Well,
Absolutely
you
fantastic.
knew that, and I can't remember what they were talking about. It could have been like nuclear proliferation or something really important.
Of the damn fly.
And just all you say, oh my God, is that fly ever going to leave? I don't know if there was a morsel of food on his head. I don't know what that fly got. It was like maybe the product in his hair was like analogous to fly paper or something. Like that fly maybe couldn't get off his head.
Well, actually, I'm looking at the transcript. They were talking about fly rights. That's why
okay.
The fly.
So the fly had interest. He was part of the fly lobby.
Yeah.
The fly lobby. Well, you disagree. Vociferously.
So the video, you couldn't watch it. You couldn't watch it because you'd look like a fool. I get it. If I were an actor, I could never go watch a movie.
Oh, no. Yeah. That's
most of them don't.
Well, sometimes
the ones
they have
that do,
to.
you can tell who has the biggest ego. Like, I like watching myself. Corey
Well, yeah.
Felt was it? No, it was Shia LaBeouf.
LaBeouf.
The boof who went and watched all of his movies at a theater and live streamed it.
Yeah, but he's kind of a performance artist at this point, right? So
now he's gotten
it.
into religion, so I don't know what he's doing.
Well, that's the next one. He's always doing something.
It's crazy to see him in Holes, like one of his first movie, Holes, and then in Transformers.
Is that porn?
Yeah, he falls into holes.
No, Holes was a book that we read like in middle school, and then it became a movie.
I've heard about the books in schools these days. Doesn't surprise me.
There's a book out there about
Senator Kennedy.
holes, and Shia LaBeouf is walking in the buff and falling in these holes. Let me read you a transcript.
It's incredible to see him age now, because at the time that doesn't feel like that was that long
I
ago.
can't see him age. I don't think I've ever seen him in a movie. I've
Holes
seen
was like
him, but
25 years ago.
That's what's crazy. It's to me like that's where I'm starting to have moments like y'all have sometimes on the show where I'm like, that doesn't feel like it was 25 years ago, but we saw it recently. It was just on network TV, and I'm like, that was that long ago? And Shia LaBeouf as a kid?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Oh, he destroyed his career. Wasn't he on top with that Indiana Jones thing? Even though what people didn't love that movie, but wasn't he supposed to be the next Indiana Jones?
Yeah.
Was it the Chris? No, wasn't
But that one didn't do very well. Then they had the other one, and now the girl is Indiana.
No, I understand that, but he started going crazy after that.
Yeah, and then
nobody wanted to touch him.
He did the "He Will Not Divide Us" thing on, after Trump got elected. He
Yeah.
set up this camera in New York City, and he would people would go in front of it and say things.
Yeah.
And then, of course, 4chan and these other sites
Yeah.
just destroyed it.
Yeah, I don't know but he just kind of lost it.
Yeah, he went nuts.
Was he a good actor? I don't think
I
I've
like
ever
him. I think he's
I
great.
don't think
He's
I've
a
ever
great
seen him
actor.
in anything.
Well, he was in Megalopolis.
Oh, is he in it?
What was
He
that
was
thing
in
called?
Still haven't seen
And then
it.
he was in a movie called
Megalopolis.
Pedro Pio, where he was supposed to play an Italian priest, but he refused to do an Italian accent, so he's using his own accent throughout this whole movie.
Because he thought it was cultural appropriation or something?
I don't think it was that. I think it was just like an acting choice. He thought he could get his more emotion or something. But I heard it's very odd.
Just do the job.
Yeah.
Just do the job. Oh, ICE just arrested a Des Moines school superintendent.
Good.
Right there in school in front of the kids.
Well, that's good.
Absolutely.
That's a lesson
Yeah,
right
don't wait till the end of the day.
That's why you listen to your teacher.
Yeah, don't arrest him at home. Make it just a huge deal right in front of the kids. Absolutely.
They
It's
love
like-
making it a huge deal.
I know.
That was why OJ got in the Bronco in the first place, because they wanted to do a perp walk and said turn yourself in instead of picking them up.
Right. I don't know if that's true.
Also, I was innocent.
It's true. No, it's true.
Well, but it wasn't ICE that was
No, it
after him.
wasn't
He
ICE.
wasn't
I
in
was
the
just saying
country
law
illegally.
enforcement.
Right, yeah.
No, I was just saying law enforcement likes to always put on
Look
a
at these
show.
guys. There's like kids. They're shoving people around. Isn't there a better way to do this? Does this guy live on the moon? They couldn't get him on the way home? At the end, this is just amazing. They ICE got it. He just got out. He was an intern for 4 weeks, and he was actively fighting a fire, and ICE showed up and arrested him.
Oh,
He came into the country when he was 4 years old. He was in process of fighting a fire, and they swooped him up. And now they've let. Then once they're not even challenging it. They're like, okay, you can go. Absurd.
Have they
We live in an
apologized to South
absurd-
Korea yet? They won't apologize. Will
I
they?
think probably in back channels they've
Trump did.
apologized, but I
It
don't know.
needs to be public. Needs to be a public.
Well, no, there's the news doesn't even cover it.
Well, Hyundai already announced they're going to invest even more in Georgia, so obviously it's...
Yeah, something's going on behind.
They're fine with it.
I took care of it.
You take care of it, Brian.
He's going.
He's going. He's going
I
over.
told President Trump, I said, stay out of it. I'll go fix it.
Because he had to approve some of this stuff, right? I mean, for it to happen, Kemp? I don't know. But this country.
I don't think you have to
This
approve
country
it.
is bananas right now.
Yeah.
It's just bananas. You just gotta laugh. I guess.
B-A-N-A-N.
No, what? Huh?
Sorry, I
Is
was
that a
thinking
banana
Gwen,
song?
Yeah, Gwen Stefani. Sorry.
Because everybody loves the banana song.
I've never heard of it.
From Gwen Stefani. I don't know. He's younger than us.
That's
so.
true.
We're
She
the-
is staying
I like the
power.
fact that we act.
She's 48.
Hold on, though, but we act like he's out of it. But
Yeah.
actually, it's us.
What a
We're the
loser.
ones who are out of it. Alex Williams says 285 is unfortunately still a mess in DeKalb.
Yeah, still got this really nasty crash they're trying to clean up, do their investigation. 285 eastbound, the inner loop before Buford Highway, exit 32. Only the right lane getting by, jammed up from Georgia 400. Take 400 south to I-85 northbound as your alternate. We also got trouble out in Lithia Springs, I-20 westbound, between Thornton Road and Lee Road. That's in the right lane, causing those brake lights back toward Riverside Parkway. And we've uncovered some trouble on 75 and 575, Andrew Seco.
Might have to wave the yellow flag for this one, Alex. 2 left lanes, block 75 South Chastain Road, exit 271. Already seeing those brake lights backing you into Ackworth, catching you at Highway 92, exit 277 on 575. We're off to the left shoulder, but the brake light's still coming through. 575 northbound, Chastain Road, exit number 3. This is sponsored by the Georgia Lottery. Tomorrow's Powerball jackpot is $145 million. Powerball players can win millions playing in-store or online at GLottery.com. Only from the Georgia Lottery. Drawings every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. From the Cool Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
Don't be late because you crowdsourced your commute with a navigation app.
This might become a travel advisory. Yeah, they're in 2 left lanes.
Depend on us. See some delays if they shut that ramp down.
Make sure you get where you need to be on time.
Jam starting at Langford Parkway, getting past Spring Street.
Local and dependable traffic 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
We had a lot going on this morning through Henry County.
WSB Triple Team Traffic.
95.5 WSB. How Atlanta gets there.
You've heard about the thousands of patients finally getting relief from chronic joint pain thanks to QC Kinetics non-invasive treatments. And here's one who was determined to avoid surgery. Meet Vicky.
The orthopedic surgeon said, well, you're going to need knee replacement sooner rather than later. I kept hearing commercials about QC Kinetics and thought, well, I'm going to check them out first.
QC Kinetics has treated over 20,000 patients like Vicky around the country. People who were told they needed surgery but chose a more natural, less invasive approach that uses regenerative treatments to help heal and restore painful joints with no downtime.
If QC Kinetics had not been what I expected, I would have gone through with the surgery, but I got so much relief, am now pretty much pain-free that I don't have to have the surgery.
Before going under the knife, you need to check out QC Kinetics. The consultation is free. Call today.
Call QC Kinetics, 770-285-8026. That's 770-285-8026. 770-285-8026.
WSB Atlanta, WSB FM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
2 homes, same street, practically twins. One sells fast for top dollar. The other still sitting around like it forgot to shower. So what happened? Hey, it's Eric Von Hessler. Well, the first seller went old school. Traditional agent, endless showings, price drops, emotional roller coaster, and eventually they settled for less. The second seller, they used Orchard. Now, Orchard doesn't just list your home, they work it. Their agent knew what upgrades would catch a buyer's eye, brought in pros to handle everything, and made that house look like it belonged in a real estate magazine. And the best part? With Orchard's Move First, Sell Later program, that seller packed up and moved out before a single stranger walked through their old front door. No showings, no stress, no, hey, can you hide the cat and vacuum cleaner again? Just top dollar and a smoother move. Want in? Start with a free home valuation at Orchard.com. That's Orchard.com.
Dramatically improve the look of your home and make your neighbors say wow with a new garage door. Hi, I'm Dan Watkins, owner of All Four Seasons Garage and Entry Doors. Replace that ugly, outdated garage door with a beautiful, modern, energy-efficient door that will add to your home's value and curb appeal. At All Four Seasons, we offer fast service, affordable prices, and a huge selection of styles, colors, and custom features. When trust matters, trust us. All the number 4 SeasonsGarages.com.
Hey everyone, it's your buddy Shelly Winter here. Join me this Saturday at noon for the Car Guys with Kevin Deutsch from Butler Lexus of South Atlanta. Buy or lease, fix or sell, everything you want to know about cars, we will cover Saturday noon to 1 right here on 95.5 WSB.
Are you looking to hire? ZipRecruiter finds the best candidate for your job fast. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
This meteorologist on CNN has a hell of a name. Derek Van Dam.
We're starting to get the...
You don't believe in climate change? I'll kick your ass.
He's talking about the cone of uncertainty.
Yeah, that's, these
When's this crap happen?
Greg, these news people, man, they get when the hurricanes start, they get so excited.
Next week, middle of next week, by the way, could impact us here in the metro.
Yeah, we'll just get rain.
It may be some wind.
If it comes up the way he's showing it, we're going to get nailed.
But not by hurricane. The hurricane is going to affect the storm. The other thing going up that way is the storm. The hurricane is still out in the Atlantic.
They're saying there's going to be
it'll push that storm deeper toward us.
It's going to turn.
I hope so.
What do you know?
No idea.
You're no Derek Van Dam.
What do they know? How many times it says it's going to rain in 3 hours and then it never rains?
Well, that's because you don't
They're
understand
gonna tell you
how
where that storm's going.
You don't understand how it works, and I learned how it works from Eric Erickson years because it had something to do with the vaccine thing, and this information came out. And so if they say so, a 10% chance of rain does not mean that there's a 10% chance that it will or won't rain. It means 10% of the area covered will see rain.
Correct.
See if I'm right about that. That's what I remember.
No, you're right. You're right, because it doesn't make sense otherwise. It just depends on what area you're looking at.
Right. And so you could they could say 10% chance rain, and that particular cone of uncertainty may or may not include where you are.
I look at the weather maps where you can then go into the future. So you're watching the clouds move over, and then you go past the present point in time, and it shows that the rain cloud's going to go right over your house, and then it doesn't.
It doesn't, huh? Have you ever watched these young YouTube weather people?
Those guys are good.
I know, but everything is YouTube-ish because they need you to click.
Yeah.
So every storm is this is something we've never seen before.
A game changer.
This is a game changer because they got to get clicks, and then when you click it, they're actually smart enough not to be on a beach where a hurricane is coming. Why would I listen to anybody who chooses to go to the beach when the hurricane is coming?
The best is when you
I don't consider you a smart person.
Well, the best is when all the networks start sending their people, and you look at one beach, and they'll have like
you
7
get a
different reporters.
You get like a helicopter shot.
Yeah.
And it's like the beach is just full of people like 8 feet apart doing their reports.
I'm here for Channel 7. I'm here for Channel 9.
Hey Jim, look, we're gonna send Leslie rather than you. You're bald, and the wind doesn't really show on you. So Leslie's got that beautiful hair. We're gonna send Leslie because the hair and the blowing and the. It's fantastic.
See, this is why they're FEMA.
Look at this guy. Who is this whistleblower? He looks like, oh my God, he looks messed up. Didn't he? I mean, he looked like somebody who's being interrogated in a spy movie or something. A Michael Caine character. That wasn't now. That was B-roll.
We've got to have FEMA.
So now we have to. Oh boy, everything's at risk. Hey, back when FEMA was funded the way that the media wants to be funded, hurricanes still came. We still had trouble with hurricanes, right?
Oh yeah.
I mean, that whole thing that went on in North Carolina and the Carolinas, FEMA was perfectly intact, right? God forbid anything change over there. Hurricanes could hit the United States if we don't fund FEMA properly. Alex Williams says there's a crash on I-20 in Lithia Springs.
Yeah, we got this one on the jam cam, Eric. Right lane blocked, I-20 westbound before you get to Lee Road, exit 41. And it's a slow ride back to Riverside Parkway, exit number 46 there in Cobb County. Heads up between Ackworth and Kennesaw, still dealing with a crash in the left lane, 75 southbound, Chastain Road, exit 271. You slow back toward Highway 92. You can always use Highway 41 as an alternate. And still watching a mess on 285 in Dorville, Andrew Seco.
Mess is an understatement with this one, Alex. They just released that right lane again, in and out of all lanes with this one. Overturned vehicle crash might be an investigation. 285 east, the inner loop at Peachtree Boulevard, exit 31. Take 400 south down 85 northbound as a clear fast track to get around the brake lights. Traffic brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air. Stop paying for expensive heating and air repairs or home warranties. Get a reliable protection plan for just $14.99 a month and enjoy 100% parts and labor coverage for any age, system, make, or model. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
With a long legacy of helping people live well, HealthSpring knows Medicare. As your partner, HealthSpring is committed to empowering you every step of the way. From choosing your plan to making the most of your benefits, you'll find that with a Medicare partner you trust, life gets lighter. So put a spring in your step with a HealthSpring Medicare plan. Find out more at healthspring.com. HealthSpring products and services are provided exclusively by or through operating subsidiaries of Healthcare Service Corporation, a mutual legal reserve company.
When it comes to buying a vehicle, the name to remember is Jim Ellis Automotive. Hi, I'm Stacey Ellis, Vice President of the Jim Ellis Automotive Group. As Georgia's largest family-owned dealer group, we offer car shoppers unmatched advantages, starting with access to more than 5,500 new, certified pre-owned and pre-owned vehicles. With 21 convenient locations across Metro Atlanta and 17 top automotive brands, we have the selection you want and competitive pricing to fit your budget. But more importantly, we've made the buying process quick, easy, and convenient with the Jim Ellis Expressway. Visit one of our state-of-the-art showrooms for a top-tier customer service experience or shop from the comfort of home. Browse our entire inventory of more than 5,500 cars, trucks, and SUVs, calculate your payment, apply for financing, and even start your trade-in process online. It's car buying on your terms. And don't forget, Jim Ellis buys cars too. It's a safe and easy way to get maximum value for your car. To get started, visit JimEllis.com. Jim Ellis Automotive, where you can always expect the best.
The following is a paid commercial announcement.
Millions of Americans use credit cards to purchase goods every day. The Durbin-Marshall credit card mandates put the secure transactions you rely on at risk, leaving you vulnerable to hackers and foreign cybercriminals that want your data. Hackers win. You lose. Guard your card before it's too late. Tell Congress your data security is not for sale and oppose the Durbin-Marshall credit card mandates.
Paid for by Electronic Payments Coalition.
Hi, I'm Dustin, your friend and jeweler at Shane Company. I know finding a dream engagement ring can be overwhelming, but don't worry, we got you. As director of diamond sourcing, it's my job to make sure every single diamond at Shane Company is truly the best of the best. Our team travels the world to see diamonds up close, in person. We handpick each one for its unique fire, brilliance, and scintillation. Diamond buying is an art. Of course, we look at cut, color, clarity, and carat, known as the 4 C's, but that's not all. We also look at how each diamond looks on a hand, where it will be worn, how it makes you feel, and if it's worthy of a Shane Company customer. That type of expertise only comes from working for a company that's been a family business since 1929. We also think about your budget. We only pick the best in each grade in all shapes and sizes. Your diamond is guaranteed to be the most beautiful because a friend wants you to pick from only the best. Drop by your store or shaneco.com and see for yourself. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News, weather,
Traffic. 95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's news and talk.
At 6:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News sponsored by Mark Spain Real Estate. Our top local story: 5 years after 8-year-old Secoria Turner was fatally shot at an illegal street blockade in southwest Atlanta, a man is convicted of her murder. Julian Conley found guilty today on 12 counts. Fulton County Superior Court Judge Rochelle Carnesale says sentences Conley to life in prison without parole plus 25 years.
Your actions demonstrated that day an abandoned and malignant heart, a reckless disregard for human life. You didn't have to know there was a young child in the back seat. You fired on a car that you knew was carrying human beings.
Outside the courthouse, Conley's mother, Robin, says her son did not mean to harm anyone.
My son came forward because he was there and he was innocent.
She says they will appeal the verdict. It is 82 degrees in Atlanta. What are the weekend rain chances, and what about the start to next week? Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast with meteorologist Christina Edwards is coming up. Stone Mountain's embattled mayor takes legal action, hoping to stay in office.
The city council voted last month to remove Mayor Beverly Jones from office after they say she improperly took control of the city government bank account. Jones is asking the court to put a hold on the removal proceedings, and she maintains she acted in good faith and wants to keep doing her job.
I don't have just a responsibility to 4 council members. I have a responsibility to the 8,000 people that live in the city of Stone Mountain.
Jones is running for re-election in November. A city spokesperson tells me they don't have anything to provide at this time. In Atlanta, Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
Roswell police arrest a 29-year-old man who's accused of killing his own father. Tristan Denal is facing murder charges in the shooting death of 56-year-old Gary Clark. The shooting happened Thursday morning at the Rosemont Apartments. The two had been arguing before the shooting. Denal is being held at the Fulton County Jail. A church in Grayson is making repairs after suffering $20,000 in damage from a vandal.
The Community of Grace Lutheran Church is fixing broken windows and doors, camera equipment, and sacred items of worship after someone broke in, causing the damages. Pastor Michael Jeanette says young people playing basketball in the parking lot made the call to police.
One young person was coming over to play, and they saw the suspect coming kind of in and out
of the building a little bit, and then he noticed all the broken glass, called the police, and they apprehended the suspect.
The church does not believe this was a targeted act. Mary Ryan Howarth, 95.5 WSB.
The man who opened fire inside a New York City office building where the NFL headquarters are located did have the brain injury known as CTE, as he claimed. Aaron Katersky reports the shooter died after killing 4 people.
The medical examiner's office was clear in announcing that they had found unambiguous evidence Shane Tamura did have low-grade CTE in his brain tissue. They said the science is still evolving. Officially, he died by suicide of a self-inflicted gunshot wound, and it's not clear at all that the CTE played a role either in his suicide or in the attack that unfolded at 345 Park Avenue.
Atlanta police are looking for a package thief. The suspect took a package from the Amlay Ponce apartment building on North Avenue. Surveillance footage shows a man inside the package room going through residents' items. He's then seen walking off with a package. We posted a photo of the suspect at WSBRadio.com. Millions of people in the Southeast are warned to prepare for a tropical storm or possible hurricane.
The hurricane center says could be somewhere maybe impacting somewhere between Georgia to North Carolina. It's just too early to say where right now.
National Weather Service meteorologist Barry Baxter says the system is expected to gain strength and soon become Tropical Storm Imelda. Georgia shatters its tourism record for a 3rd straight year. The Department of Economic Development says in 2024, more than 174 million people visited the Peach State, spending more than $45 billion at hotels and restaurants, a 4% increase from the year before. It is now 6:34, time for live team coverage of traffic and weather, and Triple Team Traffic begins with Alex Williams.
Trying to make some progress with this crash in Doraville, Bill. 2 right lanes now getting by, 285 eastbound, the inner loop at Buford Highway, but still a jam-packed ride from Georgia 400. I urge you to continue using Georgia 400 southbound to I-85 northbound as an alternate. Up in Kennesaw, crash in the left lane, 75 southbound at Chastain Road, stacking up that ride out of Ackworth. And on I-20 westbound, we still got trouble in the right lane, 20 westbound in Lithia Springs before Lee Road, exit 41. What's it looking like now through downtown Atlanta, Andrew Seco?
Brake lights, and more brake lights, Alex. Northbound out of East Point, just jammed. 75, 85 north, taking you all the way up towards 10th Street. Southbound looking a little bit better, but we do have some scatter brake lights taking you 85 south all the way down towards Freedom Parkway. From the Coolray Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast with meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Partly to mostly cloudy this evening with hit or miss rain showers and a few thunderstorms rolling through. Lows tonight in the mid-60s. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, a few pop-up storms possible, high 81. Sunday, drying out with a mix of sun and clouds. Morning lows in the mid-60s, daytime high 83. Monday and Tuesday, partly cloudy skies. Morning lows in the mid-60s, daytime highs in the upper 70s to low 80s.
Storm tracker radar showing some scattered rain showers now around the metro area. Some rain in Gwinnett County, also Cobb, Paulding, and Douglas County seeing some rain right now. It's 81 in Noonan, 82 in Midtown Atlanta, 78 in Dunwoody. More news at 7 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
This is Scott Slade. When it comes to your engagement ring, there's only one place I'd recommend. Tara Fine Jewelry Company, known for exceptional standards, craftsmanship, and legendary customer service. Tara's passion runs through every design they craft. Engagement rings you'll be proud to gift, cherish, and wear for a lifetime. You fell in love with her because she's unlike any other woman in the world. When it comes to your promise of forever, only a Tara diamond will do. Tara, specializing in diamonds of absolute beauty and legendary customer service since 1985.
Hi, it's Mark Beckham with Atlanta Ramjack. Bigger isn't always better. Don't let the big companies fool you. Atlanta Ramjack is the leader in foundation repair. Whether it's residential or commercial, Ramjack is the most reliable, technically capable company in the business. Our staff has the most experience in solving difficult foundation problems. No one can match our expertise in foundation repair. Ramjack fixes the issues other companies can't. Go to atlantaramjack.com to set up your free estimate.
Skip the hassles of a traditional home sale and sell your home quickly with a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. There's no showings, no open houses, and no stress. Hi, this is Mark Spain, and our guaranteed offer is the easiest way to sell your home. With the guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate, you can bypass the market, receive the strongest all-cash offer in the industry, and close in as little as 21 days. Our guaranteed offer keeps you in control. One of our clients, Jerry, said, "We needed to move quickly, and we were worried that the process would be lengthy and that we would spend a lot of money on repairs. Mark Spain Real Estate got us an offer in just 3 days and over asking price. It was amazing. I can't thank Mark Spain Real Estate enough. Don't worry about the inconveniences of selling your home. Mark Spain Real Estate's guaranteed offer makes selling stress-free. We've served over 72,000 satisfied clients, and we know what matters most: a quick sale and maximum profit. Find out what your guaranteed offer would be. There's no obligation. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
Come on, Eric. It ain't the weekend yet. It ain't the
I
weekend
thought it
yet.
was the weekend.
We were having a conversation.
Yeah. Hey, Greg Ross.
Yes.
Oh, you are there. Well, good. We haven't
I
gotten
am here.
We haven't got.
My ear was itching, and I had my finger in my ear, and I know most people don't watch the video, but I had a moment there. I was like, oh, yeah, I could be on camera. People watching me.
Well, during the
speaking in my
commercials,
ear.
they can't see it, but I feel like there's something on your mustache. Right here.
Oh. No, it's gray hair.
Gray hair. That'll happen sometimes. Like, gray hair will, at
Right
your
here?
age, yeah, get a little gray hair.
Maybe that is something.
There was a period of time when my mustache part started, and you may remember this because it's been within the last 10 years, Jared, but there was a time when my mustache was salt and peppery. It was going white, but it wasn't completely white. And I would look in the mirror. The part that wasn't white yet was right in the middle, and it looked like a Hitler mustache.
Yeah, I remember that.
There was like 6 or 7 or 8 months where if you were like more than 30 feet away from me, you would think that I would say, hey, well, that guy's rocking a Hitler mustache.
Yeah, I had a lot of chants on the radio, too. I was like, man, my goodness.
Chants?
Yeah, a lot of chants when you would open up the show.
Wait, is...
a lot of calls to action. I'm like, man, what's going on with this
you're
Von
talking
Hessler?
about rally stuff.
Yeah.
Chants, I think of like... I don't know, like monks.
Yeah, the Gregorian chant.
The Gregorian chants. I ought you want to grow your radio audience. Gregorian
It's not the weekend
chants.
yet. Save your Gregorian chant
That's
till
right.
Saturday.
That's right. I got to save my
What's
my
your
personal
Gungorian
fun.
chant?
I see what you did there.
You're
I
not
see what you
answering.
did. Well, no, I'm diverting. I'm diverting. That's what people do. I don't like to lie. If you're put in a position, kids, you can take notes here. If you're put in a position where
We start over and you take notes.
what you want to say is going to be a lie, don't lie. Just divert.
That's
yeah.
changing.
Yeah?
That's
What, you're
because I
allowed to
had
lie
one of-
now?
One of the articles I have says that using AI increases unethical behavior, a study has found.
Oh, what a surprise. When you're not
You
doing
had,
your own work, you will become more
with-
unethical.
Without AI, 5% of the people cheated in this experiment that researchers conducted, and with AI, 25% cheated. And it got even higher depending on different factors that were
Yeah.
changed in the experiment.
Well, I mean, listen, this is with students, right? Or everybody? People who
This
work?
was in general. This was 8,000 participants. There was a dice game involved, and you had to report the number you rolled on the dice. And the higher the number was, the more money you would get in this hypothetical situation. And as AI was involved, I guess the thought is people aren't going to know. I'll lie to the AI. I'll get more money in the process. It just, all ethics go out the window.
I'm sorry. On the monitor, I'm looking at Netanyahu at the UN, and he always has some kind of like prop. Yeah. This time he's always got like a marker. Every time does anybody else do that when they're talking at the UN? He always remember he had that bomb.
Bob Dole did.
Did Bob Dole?
Well, he always held a pen in his hand.
Well, yeah, because he had that injured hand. But I don't remember Bob Dole speaking at the UN. It just seems like every time Netanyahu speaks at the UN,
He did a pop quiz.
he's got like he had a pop quiz.
Yeah, who
Oh,
chants death to America?
And then he hit the thing, and then whatever.
All of the above.
Oh, it said the curse on the top of it. So he always has visuals.
Now I will draw. We're playing Pictionary.
I think that more
Guess
world
what this is?
more world leaders show. He doesn't show up with like graphs and charts. He shows up with like it's always like this sort of like thing.
Is it Carrot Top?
Like is drawn.
What
Like
kind of beeper is this?
No, not those kind of props. He didn't come out like Rip Taylor with confetti.
Hey, throwing confetti.
He came with punchlines too. He said, we sent Hezbollah a message on their pagers, and they got the message.
Oh, I get it. Yeah, as if that's not going to spread around the world and start killing innocent people very soon. Thank you, military-industrial complex, for coming up new ways. That'll just stay there. You know what? I think it'll be a one-off.
Yes.
We'll never see that anywhere else in the Western world, killing people that we know. No, that'll never. It's just that one time, which makes it kind of cute.
Wasn't the gift he gave to Trump a golden pager?
Yes.
Yeah, because it's funny.
Yeah.
It's funny stuff, and it's never going to hurt anybody in the West. No, never. This will only hurt the people that we want to hurt. It'll never come back on us. That's the beauty.
I like that.
That's the great thing. That's why you celebrate with, cartoons. Yeah, it's always kind of like a cartoon on the thing. Like, I remember that bomb one, and it was a cartoon bomb. Do you remember, George?
It looked like the one Batman was running around in the 66 movie.
Black circle with a little wick at the top.
Yeah. And it was like, wow, this is the only world leader who does this. So I think more should. Is that him laughing at the joke?
Very funny.
How old's that guy? Is he almost near the end?
He's been around for a long time. He was very young. I mean, I've been seeing him since the 80s.
He's only 75.
Yeah.
So it's like LeBron James. It feels like he's been playing forever, but he's only 40.
Yeah, but the thing is, LeBron came right out of high school, right into the NBA. So it seems like there's a lot of similarities. Netanyahu and LeBron. They have a lot of both top athletes. All right, you got another story real fast before we take a break?
I do. 20% of Americans are now regularly getting their news from TikTok.
Oh, that's good.
Up from 3%.
I think it's higher than that. Not good.
That's good. Come on.
My God.
Is it any? This was going to be my first old man response to that headline. Oh, that's terrible. These kids at TikTok, which all that is probably true. But is it any worse than the stuff on 24-hour news where, they let you? They have
anything to get
they have
informed.
a panel about somebody spouted a racial slur in a high school somewhere in the Midwest.
The best thing about it
is it any worse than that?
You'll be able to discern that it is BS because of the people delivering it. And
I will, but I could do that on TikTok too.
I know, but a lot of people can't. Is what I'm saying on TikTok. It's so easy. Hey guys, what they're not telling you about what's going on.
Right,
Oh,
But people believe it. I don't know if they discern.
Yeah, no, they
There's any
don't.
discerning
That's
going
what
on.
That's what he's saying, and that's what I'm saying is, I'm trying to be as positive as I can about this, but essentially, there's no hope.
No,
people are not going to get smarter as time goes on. We've peaked in human intelligence, and it's all downhill from here. And there's no way. I've said this before, and so I don't mind saying it again. In terms of evolution of intelligence, the generation that spends all of their time staring at their hand while they're walking down the hall because they're addicted to their smartphone does not give birth to a smarter generation than that.
No.
That doesn't happen. It doesn't happen.
Well, we haven't seen it yet.
No, it's not going to happen.
We'll have hope.
Look at the country. Look at the world. It's bizarre unless you're on the side that has power at any given time. The left didn't care how bizarre it was under Biden because they had power, and the people on the right don't care how bizarre it is because they have power. But the thing that the Biden and the Trump administration share is that they're both bizarre, and that's where we are. And that rhymes. That's not too bad, huh? They're both bizarre. That's where we are.
And we're going to go far.
And I want steak tartare.
And get some alliteration in. That's the cherry on top.
That's the cherry on top. We finally found it. Damn it. I knew if I kept looking, I'd find it. Alex Williams says there's a travel advisory on 285 in Doraville.
Yeah, it looks like it's turned into a crash investigation here, Eric. 285 eastbound, the inner loop past Peachtree Boulevard, exit 31. 3 left lanes blocked, 2 right lanes are open, and you're slow back to Georgia 400, which is what you want to take as your alternate. 400 southbound, I-85 northbound will get you around that. Once you get outside of the perimeter, though, you got to crash in the second left lane, 85 northbound before Jimmy Carter Boulevard. In Lithia Springs, still got a crash in the right lane, 20 westbound, past Thornton Road, exit 44. Watching the slow traffic and the reason for it on I-75 in Kennesaw, it's Andrew Seco.
Still looking at a couple left lanes here. The travel advisory is still active. 75 south packing in at Chastain Road, exit 271, getting a good view of KSU, but you're jammed all the way back into Ackworth. You want to use Highway 41 as an alternate to dodge those delays. This report sponsored by ZeroProstateCancer.org. If it's caught early, prostate cancer has a 99% survival rate. Find a nearby screening location at ZeroCancer.org/PSA. From the Cool Ray Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
On air,
online,
on the app,
where you get your news,
is where you'll live.
Download the WSB radio app now and maybe win $1,000.
Oh my God! The WSB 5K a day bonus blitz.
5 words, 5 times a day, every weekday.
I just won $1,000.
Just Just enter the word at WSBRadio.com or on the WSB Radio app. The WSB 5K Day Bonus Blitz.
Your next chance to win is Monday at 8 a.m.
Belinda Skelton with my friend Damon to tell his story about his experience with virtual imaging. It's the gold standard in early detection of heart disease and cancer. I've been encouraging listeners to get screened using their EB-CT scan. It can save your life by giving you your calcium score in your arteries, and it can detect cancer at the earliest stages. Damon, tell us your story.
I have an awful family history of both heart disease and cancer. Both parents and grandparents had one or the other. Also, my annual physicals have always been eye-opening with very bad levels of cholesterol and high blood pressure. I heard the free offer from virtual imaging. It was easy. Took 10 minutes. I was nervous, but the score came back 0.
Awesome.
Yeah. What a relief. They say for the most part, with a 0 score, I have very little chance of suffering a heart attack for the next 5 years.
Call Virtual Imaging today for your free heart scan with few minimum requirements. Call 770-730-0119 or visit virtualimagingatl.com.
Creation displays such a beautiful landscape. You deserve to see it all. Don't let your old, big, and bulky windows block your view.
It's Jonathan and Ted from North Georgia Replacement Windows. Brighten your home with more daylight and bigger views with Infinity from Marvin fiberglass windows.
Our windows come with narrow frames giving you more light. Experience the Infinity from Marvin fiberglass difference at your home or in our new Alpharetta showroom.
Infinity from Marvin, replacement windows, yeah!
You worked hard for your 401k, but if you've left your job, your money might be sitting in the wrong hands. I'm Jeff Jr. with Trajan Wealth, and it's very possible that the 401k that you have had for years has hidden fees and limited investment choices. But if you're no longer with the company, that 401k may be at the mercy of your former employer. All of these things could be costing you thousands. Rolling over your 401k into an IRA can provide better investment options that align with your long-term goals. At Trajan Wealth, we're fiduciary advisors that are held to a higher standard with no hidden agenda and no hidden fees. Don't let your retirement dollars sit in an old plan, and don't roll it over to your new plan without consulting Trajan Wealth first. Call 404-390-4000. That's 404-390-4000.
Advisory services are offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor. It's happening, guys. Your hair's thinning, the crown's disappearing. Hair loss might have you feeling you've lost your identity. It's Mark Arum here. Thankfully, there's Advanced Hair Simple One-Day Treatment. You decide how much, how thick, and where. It's your own natural hair that begins regrowing the very next day, and it's guaranteed to grow for life. I've seen Advanced Hair's incredible results with my own eyes. Get your free consultation, $250 off, and 250 free hair grafts. Call 470-660-HAIR or advancedhair.com.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
You know, a lot of times you have to choose between something high quality or something that saves you money. But what if you could get both? Why not? Especially when it comes to health care, and that is Medi-Share. You get both. Many families save $500 a month with Medi-Share, and that's huge, but it's also true that people wind up way more satisfied, too. And we know this from research of members. There's a lot they like about Medi-Share, but especially they love being part of something they believe in. And Medi-Share works, too. It has for more than 30 years. There are hundreds of thousands of members who love having telehealth if they need it. They love the huge PPO network. So, yeah, really, you could save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or you're part of the gig economy or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now and get a price in 2 minutes. Here's the number. Call 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE. 855-51-BIBLE.
Rocky Horror Picture Show is 50 today. Is that the movie or the play?
I think it's the play itself, right? Oh, it would have to be the movie.
Somebody look it up real fast. What is the 50th anniversary of? The movie or the play?
The movie came out in 75.
All right, there you go. And I will say, now, Greg, I'm sure Jared, by the time you came along, this was not a midnight theater thing.
Oh, yeah, it was out. My West Georgia even did a whole production my junior year.
Yeah, but I mean, did you do midnight movies? I mean, go to the midnight movies and watch Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Where you interact and you
have people kind of like playing out the movie in front of you. All I remember is you both did and didn't want to date whoever was playing Columbia in your local version because she was the hottest, but she was also the craziest.
Yeah.
In any town that I lived in and went to the Rocky Horror, for some reason, it was the hottest, craziest.
I wanted to date Frank.
Well, we all go through that, don't
Yes.
we? Yes. And
He looked good in that outfit.
Absolutely. Now, this is the thing I don't about Rocky Horror Picture Show. I've gone a few times when I was younger, throwing the stuff and the toast and the blah, blah, blah and all that, and had fun. And then it came out on video at first, sometime in the 90s, the first time it came out in video. And I remember people realizing, oh, the fun was it's not a good movie.
Yes.
Like if you're sitting in your living room and you're watching it alone, but I've never had that experience. I've never watched it alone. Is it an awful movie?
It is not a terrible movie to me.
It doesn't seem like it would be. It's a pretty funny movie.
It's funny. There's some elements in it, but the fun of it is the interaction.
Sure.
And the music is really good too.
I
so
think
that
the
helps.
Meatloaf song is really good.
Oh,
There's
that's
a
the
couple of
best song in the
songs
whole
in there
thing.
are really good. George Clark.
I first saw it on DVD in my basement, and I loved it.
Yeah.
Were you alone?
I
mean, were there other people to laugh with? And
yeah, I would imagine. Yeah.
Okay.
He imagines.
He's
It was
imagining. Oh, that's
imaginary.
what his
There's a good
imaginary
chance I was
friends.
alone.
His imaginary friends were there with him, and you guys had a good time.
When it came out on VHS, we would watch it in our apartments in college.
Right.
Do what you do when you're
And
in
do your
college.
things, and, like-
yeah, and that made it even more fun.
Who's going to clean up the toast when the party's over?
Oh, no, we
That's
didn't
what
do that
want.
stuff.
Okay.
I meant we, did the thing that you do in college,
I-
not as an adult.
They've tried to get a couple other things to be like that. That horrible
The
movie,
Room.
The Room. I think there was some part where people threw plastic spoons or something. And that, okay, it had its moment. Greg, did you ever get into the Rocky Horror Picture Show in your high school years, or
I mean, I've seen it and I've gone to those midnight screenings, but did I really
did you ever
get into
date
it?
Columbia?
No. Yes, I did, actually. Christina just sent me a message that said that she did something in college where she had to dress up as that character.
Oh, there you go. And she's beautiful. So I told you, now she's not crazy, though. I've met her a couple times. Maybe back then, though. It's
You don't
possible.
know, exactly.
She was in college, maybe 20? It's possible
Oh,
she
it
was
was high school, sorry.
High
It was
school.
high school.
It's possible she was quite crazy back then. That she
Probably.
usually the Columbia
I think
thing.
so.
The Columbia
she
thing
calmed
was
down.
like, oh my gosh, she's so hot, but
I went through that phase say, a while ago. That's when I dated plenty of people
that's
like
right.
that.
Oh yeah. Oh my goodness, Greg Russ could pick him. Let me tell you, he wanted
That
to
was
be in a
fun.
relationship with somebody that would everything had to end in a big explosion. They all ended up in big explosions.
Well, didn't he light the fuse and walk away and let it explode?
Well, that was his whole thing. Was when it was time to break up, he didn't want to break up, so he would just start acting in a way that would make them break up
It's
with
so
him.
much easier to be broken up with than to do the actual breakup. I totally agree with Greg. on
Well,
that.
Greg would go through
Well,
some
that's
really
what you
bizarre.
think.
Yeah,
I mean, directly, that's correct on paper, but in reality, just to end it and get away from that kind of thing, that's the easier
the
path.
music is playing, so I can't really get into it. But at one time, he ended up punching himself in the face, falling off a porch, So what happened? So she hit you or something, and then you went home, put fake blood in your ear, came back to the party. I mean, that's a lot. That is a lot. Greg Rush, you have matured. I want you to know that I've known you for a long time, since you were 19 years of age, and you are now finally what I would call a man.
It was a normal path, I think. It was just the same path most people go through. in
Yeah,
life.
a little performance art thrown in there just for some good fun. All right, that music is telling us two things. Shut the hell up, get the hell out. And you know us, we do what we're told. We're good patriots like that. Shelley Winters up next with another great radio show as usual. We're going to take the weekend off. I hope you all have a great weekend. We'll be back on Monday at 3 p.m. You're all invited to join us, but until then, continue on your journey